Check, check. Check, 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 check. Mic check. Mic check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Mic check. All right, give me 5 minutes. Again, give me 4 more minutes and we'll start the game. We'll do open up with our prayer. Open up with our prayer. And then after we pray for a minute to 2 minutes about my buddy Tay getting baptized today, a young 28-year-old brother got baptized today. He gave his life to the Lord in front of like 1,000 people in person. Our church is big, maybe 500 people. Anyway, it was a huge blessing to see and to behold. So let's pray about that, and then we'll pray about this great day that we got, and hopefully have a great 3 hour stream tonight to be 10 hours in SAROS, and maybe we beat the game tonight. We get lucky. We're blessed, highly favored, loved, anointed, favored. All these things that God gives to us and graces us with and allows us to have because He loves us so much. And He answers blessings. And pray also for the big news. You hearing it here first, folks. First 5 minutes. I'm moving to Arizona in the next uh, 30 to 180 days. Within that time frame, 30 to 180 days, I'll be in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, as early as June 1st or June 3rd, I think. So I'm gonna go use the bathroom, get everything else pulled up online, and then we'll start our stream with a quick prayer about me moving to Arizona. I've been praying about moving to Arizona for like 3 months, and you guys will see that here in 2 weeks. I've been praying about Arizona pretty much every day. Not every day, but pretty much every day. That I pray I get to move to Arizona and watch my son grow up in Arizona. That'd be so amazing. Joker was good, my man. Good stuff. My uncle about to have something with his church later in March. In May, you mean? You mean later in May? Hey, give me Joker. Give me like. Can you see me? We got a link before you. Yes, sir. Hey. This month in May, we need to link up. May or June. I'm broke though, so let's do something for free that we could do for like 8 hours. Let's smoke or get high. You know what I'm talking about. I'm smoking a little bit more, but just in the month of May, maybe one or two more times. Me and you, when we hang out, that'll be the last time I smoke. But I'm only gonna smoke one more time. I'm gonna smoke tonight, and then one more time with you, and that's it. When we hang out, let's hang out. You can come kick it here in Perrysburg, near Toledo. So let's give you like 15 minutes. Please, people, don't stalk me. This is like 15 minutes rough estimate of where I live. That's not my real city, but it's pretty darn close. It's within 15 minutes. I would say it's 10 miles of where you need to be. So that's where I'm at. I think I messaged you on the Discord. Perrysburg, let's just say Perrysburg. That's where I live. Me and you need to kick it either in Toledo or at my crib and just chill. Maybe go on a nice 2 hour, 3 hour walk in nature, hike or something like that. Smoke a little bit. Anyway, give me 3 minutes, okay? Sorry, it's taking me a little long today. I gotta pee. Anyway, we need to link up, bro. For sure. Especially if I leave in 60 days. Anyway, my gout foot's acting up. Here we go. Anyway, also, also, my church is doing, I'm involved in this thing. It's called Growth Track. It's like finding your purpose in Christ and all these things. It's great so far. I have 3 more weeks of that. So in 3 weeks, I'll be done pretty much at the last week, about the 25th of May. I have 3 weeks of Growth Track at my church. So 1 hour, either Saturday or Sunday, and then you're good, you know? You learn a lot about yourself and what you're supposed to be doing and your purpose for Christ and for his kingdom here on earth. And yeah, it's been really, really good so far. Today was the first day. I was 20 minutes late, of course. Not on purpose. It was an accident, I guess. And yeah, I'm going to make it on time, 15 minutes early next time. And it'll be great. Growth Track was phenomenal today. Then I watched my buddy Tay get baptized. Anyway, let's pray and then start the game 10 minutes in. I'm broke too, so I'm down for whatever. That's one of my bucket lists because I'm a Suns fan. Bet. Maybe when I get situated this year, by the end of, maybe for Christmas, if we hang out once or twice here and we cool like that, we vibe real well like me and Drew do, then maybe I help you get like 300. Maybe if I got the means, $300, I get you a hotel and you come out to see a Suns game if possible for Christmas if they do basketball in the winter. I don't know. Maybe we can work that out this year though. At the end of the year for my birthday, that'd be sick. My birthday's in December, so anyway, let's pray real quick and then start our stream. SAROS, I'm excited. You know. Father God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this beautiful Sunday. Thank you so much, Lord. Thank you for an amazing split up sleep of 4.5 hours, and then I woke up for 2 hours and went back to sleep at 5:30 this morning and woke up at 8:30 for church. So another 2.5 hours of sleep. So total, we got about 8 hours of sleep last night. It was amazing. I felt rested. I still feel rested. Excited for a 3-hour stream. I pray that's successful and that we're glorifying you during this entire time. Pray for my friend Tay who got baptized today at church. Pray for him and his girlfriend Jada that they get married soon, so they can do things the right way, even though as they're also doing them the right way right now. And you know what I mean, Christians. They're doing it the right way, so good on them. Bless their union. God touch their hearts, especially Tay's. He's already touched and renewed. He might actually come over tonight. Who knows? But just bless him. Bless his girlfriend. Bless his daughter. Don't want to say her name because kids and stuff like that. But bless his daughter. Bless his family. Bless this day, bless my family, bless my son, his mom, Bailey, my son, Gabriel, about to be 15. He's 14 right now. We are moving to Arizona. Bless that travel, bless that move. I pray that it's financially super smooth for both her and for I. I pray physically it's not demanding. I pray that that entire time between now and whenever, between now and the end of May or June and August, we might get there. I just pray that that entire time is filled with joy, love, peace, filled with you. No arguing between her and I, or her and her boyfriend, or her and Gabe, or her boyfriend and Gabe and my son, um, or me. Even though that never happens, I just be out of it. Pray for all of us, Lord God, that this time for all of us, not just myself and my amazing blessed situation that I'm moving to Arizona in 30 days to 180 days. I pray other people's situations are favored as highly as my own. I pray that I can pour a little bit of my favor, that +5 to +8% of favor that I get from you, Lord God, that I feel is immense, $100 million a day. I feel like you give me in joy and peace and emotional stability and spiritual stability and communal stability and friendship and community and relationship. And I pray all these things for not just myself, but for others as well, your children as well, non-believers as well. Pray this for people to just feel better and to know you personally and relationally. I pray all these things, and that the stream is also good, and that people come by and they want to talk about Jesus in this Sunday in Arizona, and anime, and Christian things, and anime, and video games, and SAROS. And bless the stream. Bless me, bless Tay, bless Drew, bless Alex, bless anyone who might be coming through. Bless Joker, especially us and our families and our friends and our loved ones, Lord God, just because we were mentioned here tonight, and we get to glorify you tonight because of that, because we are all exceptional and beautifully made in your image. I pray all these things in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. In your name, Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen. All right, that's our prayer. That took a long time. I'm sorry, but let's get to the game, guys. I told you we were gaming. I told you we were gaming, huh? Huh, boys? So we're gaming, dog. Let's shoot for, let's see, it's 9. At the absolute latest, I'm planning on staying on is 12:30. 12:45 at the latest. Amen. There's no sorry for pray only. Amen. Yeah, sometimes I get self-conscious because I know, like, I pray for like an hour for myself, just talking to me and to Jesus as if he's a friend. And I like expound and I talk about this situation, how that affects this situation. I'm talking about how this situation from days ago affects this situation. I'm talking about how this situation from a year ago affects this situation I'm talking about right now. How this situation that might happen tomorrow or later today affects this situation I'm talking about right now. How all these things affect one thing, and all of these things are big. I talk about that, all of those different 6, 7 different branches for one major root cause with Jesus at end daily. So like, and hopefully you guys will see that in the next week or two. I'm working on a long form content, like 4-hour day in the life vlog, video log, that covers an entire week. So 4 hours each day. So each day there will be a new video for 7 days, and that'll be a full day in 4-hour video of my life across an entire week, Sunday to Sunday, 4 hours each day for the video drops as well. So 7 total videos, 4 hours each. So like maybe 20 hours worth of content, 20 to 30 hours worth of content, dropping. So we'll see. We'll see. I got a lot of content coming. So hopefully we'll have 40 hours worth of day in the life vlog content. I've been unemployed for 5 years. That's going to be like the title. What my life looks like being unemployed for 5 years and still unemployed. Day in the life. What I do in Perrysburg, Ohio, on day in the life. This huge leak. Devin Booker, bet. So my favorite basketball player would either be Kyrie or Michael Beasley. Long before Beasley did the Shannon Sharp interview, even though that helped me like him a lot more. But because he was so tall, and I liked that he had braids, and that he was a light skinned black guy. Because where I was from in South Carolina, I was a light skinned black guy. Everyone was dark. And I know he got that, and he's an actual light skinned black guy. So I bet that sucked for him. And also Blake Griffin. I love Blake Griffin. I don't know if he's black or not, but I just love him. He's a dunk monster. But it's nice to meet you, Mr. Favorite Basketball Player, Devin Booker. Oh, also Devin named. Sorry, I just now caught that. Devin Booker's probably also your favorite player because your name is Devin. Sorry. I would love to learn to love fishing. Sorry, let's start the game up. I fished a lot with me and my grandfather. I fished a little with me, my grandfather, and my dad. I fished even less with me and my dad because I liked it the least with my dad. I loved it the most with my grandfather and me, just me and him. And it was okay with me, my dad, and my grandfather. But I haven't done that since I was like 10. I haven't fished at all since I was 10. So I would like to get back into it 25 years later and fish a little bit when I move to Arizona, if possible. Yeah. Go to the river, caught some. Hey, man, I'd love to go and watch for sure. I don't know if I'm ready to like fish personally, but I'm ready to watch someone fish and like be there for like 10 hours a day. I'm cool with the being around for a long period of time. I'm cool with that. I think we had all of our conversations and stuff. Let me see if I can get it to where I can hear Alex while I'm playing this. Hopefully he doesn't get picked up twice from the PlayStation chat and from my microphone or my computer speakers because I don't have my headset on. We'll see. Send some fish we caught. Bet. Maybe
you can't hear me?
No, I can hear you, but since you're coming through my computer, I don't know if you'll reverb through the computer and into my mic. So you'll be heard twice. Not an echo, but kind of like an echo. You're just heard through the party chat once, and then maybe a second later through my mic again as well. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see, though. I don't think so. I'll just make sure when I see you talk next time, I check the mic audio. And if it shows that your level is above a certain dB, I'll lower my mic sensitivity.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. How you been?
Cool, bro. Chilling. Watching some anime.
Ooh, what you watching? Anything new since we last talked? Obviously the same 4 or 3 that we're watching, but
I'm watching the Sentence at Bookworm right now.
is it good?
It's pretty good. It's more that slice of lifey. I actually hated the main character in the first like episode and a half, but she softened up on me.
Okay.
I'm interested in seeing where it's going.
It sounds good. I watched the trailer on it. It was like a minute and 18 seconds, and it seemed really, really, really cool.
The new one?
No, I watched it. It was on the first season.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to spoil anything for the second because I was like, maybe I watch it and love it after Alex says he watched it and loved it. You know, that's kind of how I was thinking.
Yeah.
Let's see. You can hear him twice when he talks louder. Is it often or no? It's not something you need to worry about, Alex. I got it. I can fix it.
When I speak louder.
My speaker volume, specifically on my computer monitor, I had set pretty loud, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit and see if that helps, because I can hear you really well. So we'll see if it does it again now. I turned my thing down 5 ticks, so 28 to 22.
I was thinking, we watched the last episode of Witch Hat again.
Stack, I found proof. The 3 are here. We're not the only ship that made it.
Oh, I suppose that's good.
The man is talking.
Thought you'd be more excited about a lead on the colony.
That is your concern. Mine no longer. Carcosa is inspiring more than I ever hoped for.
What does that mean?
Images, sounds, sensations.
That's good, Stack.
Cool.
Maybe this isn't the right time.
I won't waste a second on anything less. It will help us all. You'll see.
Well, so he should be. Sorry, I got quiet. This dude was talking. I forgot this guy's name. Stack, I think. I didn't pay attention to nothing he said.
Yeah, Joker was saying that he hears me twice because I start speaking low and then I get louder when conversation continues.
I think it should be good now though, because I turned my computer monitor down to 15, which is still good enough. I think I can hear the game really fine. I heard that dude really loud, and I think I hear you much less. So I think if he hears it after right now, it would be nice if he could let me know, because then I can still change that as well. Actually, I'll do this real quick. I'll adjust your audio volume in PlayStation. I forget that that's a thing. Boom. And then perfect. I should have just did that to begin with, and I can actually turn my monitor back up now.
Bang. But yeah, I was watching the last episode of Witch Hat again, and I don't know how they can fight. I was thinking of the conversation we were having. I was just like, I don't even know how they would do that because it takes so much concentration to draw, especially intricate things. Like they all have those spells already drawn in a little like notebook situation, and they're just closing the circle. So as soon as you run out of spells that you've already, pre-made, then how would you?
Well, I guess like you could make like a really good,
I thought
perfect.
you'd forgotten me.
Uh-oh.
You? Never.
Hold on.
I'm not a plant that needs
That's
tending.
good. Now perfect. Great.
You and I have
Thank you,
roots,
Joker.
Arjun. But you're okay in here. The others are... Why stare into the face of tragedy?
I don't like this guy, Sebastian.
I have my flowers. They're at least a problem I can solve. But we all need people. And I have you. Don't I?
So, pay attention to audio. It's good now, perfect. Thank you so much. Can hear Alex clear, you clear. I can hear your character. So gaming audio is amazing. Great. It honestly, this being able to do this and go and adjust. That's why I love PlayStation chat more than being in PC chat. Even though I'm streaming through my PC, I don't have to go to my mouse and keyboard or and then change the screen. I can literally go over here, bring up Alex's thing, change his audio completely. I can make him super loud or super quiet. And the range is crazy. You can quadruple how loud someone is. And then you can also, there's party settings. So I can change how much of the game, audio balance right here. I can change how much of the game you're hearing. So you're hearing more party chat. Maybe now it's 50-50. But we'll leave it at close to like 60-40. 60% party and 40% game, which I figure was pretty good. Oh, that's tough. It displays the person who's talking. Oh, that's so tough. Did you know that?
What do you mean?
So if you're in a PlayStation party chat, right?
Yeah.
There are settings in the party chat that can dictate whenever I talk, my little profile picture will pop up in the upper left-hand corner. You can see it on my stream happening. And then my name will pop up, and then beneath mine, your icon will show up anytime you talk, and your name will show up. It is so cool.
That's very interesting.
Wow. If you want me to turn it off, I can.
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
Okay. I know
That's
some
on your
people will be
screen,
like,
bro.
I don't want people to know when I'm talking. I want to be this mixing in the background. Okay, just putting a name to a name, I guess.
Oh, it has my actual name.
Yeah, yeah. I can
No,
turn that
you're
off
good.
though. But that's because we're
You're
close friends on
yeah,
PlayStation 1.
yeah. Uh,
It's got mine too though, so it's got my
no, you're
government.
good. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's my real name.
Yep.
But you guys have always called me Alex anyways. Never,
Yeah.
you guys never called me Triple, so.
I called you Trimble at work. I hated calling you Trimble outside out in the streets.
Well, my gamer tag, my PSN. You guys have never called me that, so they would never. They only know me as Alex. People that are watch your stream.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Even when we were in the service, I'd rather call you Alex. Like it just made more sense.
Well, because it's weird. Like I
Like
tell
I
people
can
all the time.
only call him Trimble, even in my civilian life. I gotta call him by his last name to introduce him to women. Look at how big he is. That's gonna scare the ladies away. Oh yeah, this is my very gentle, very soft-spoken, amazing Christian brother. His name is Trimble. They're gonna look at you and die.
Our friends died.
Alex is so much better
All
to
we can do
introduce
is
you
leave them all
back in the
slack.
day and nowadays
I'm
to,
sorry,
to a
Kayla.
female.
As soon
Alex,
as we can,
yeah.
we'll give everyone
What?
we lost
And that's
the
my
service
middle
they
name.
requested in their file.
I already like that name. I prefer the Alejandro. I love the name Alejandro. Oh my gosh.
Hey, me too.
Ooh, Alejandro is
Do we
so
know what
sick.
happened to Tarn?
Primary's autopsy didn't.
Sorry. let
It
me
just
turn-
makes the panties just fall off, you know.
Say again.
They just make the panties fall off. That's all I'm saying.
Honestly,
turn up
Back.
any abnormalities. No unexpected bacteria, no viruses.
You saw his eyes. Something took his mind. And any one of us could be next.
But yeah, Witch Hat.
Whatever it
Yo,
was,
even the manga
we are
is
safe in
looks
here.
absolutely
You
gorgeous.
don't know that.
Safe
I
is relative.
heard this
This
most
is the
recent
best we
scene. I
got.
don't want to spoil it for anyone, but the most recent scene with the dragon, I heard in the manga was like beautiful. I don't know if it was a double page spread in the manga, but I'm assuming it was.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
I
grief
saw
is a
someone talking
luxury
about
we
it. It
can't
looks-
afford.
You sound like Primary.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, because the first volume of the manga ends with them finding the dragon.
Oh, bet.
So yeah, the first volume that I bought ends with them like running into the dragon.
Yeah, I saw you post it in Discord, and I didn't get a chance to get a good look at what you actually got out of the 4 or 5. But I'm gonna check after stream. I figured I was gonna be late if I checked, because then I was gonna look online how much they costed, and then how much I could get them for when I move. And
I don't think I've spent more than $12 on any of them yet.
word, where are you buying them from?
Right from Amazon.
Really? Okay, so
Yeah.
you're cheap on Amazon.
I'm wondering like if you actually found a store that was selling them, how much they would cost. But yeah, I'm getting them delivered to me straight from Amazon.
Oh, Amazon it is. You sold me. I mean, it did start off as a book place, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, like I would buy them from that store right around the corner from here at the mall, but
Yep.
you know they all have like scarce versions. They never had like just one through whatever.
When I move, I'm gonna get me a shelf, and I want it to be a 4x4 4-shelf split tall boy, but also kind of wide, and I want to fill that whole thing up with anime and lay it horizontally down.
Got an update for me?
Still chasing that signal. There's a lot in my way.
Sorry to labor the point, but we need
First
this
volume
one.
has 5 chapters, 200 pages.
200 pages, you said?
Yeah.
Sheesh. And that was $12?
I think this one was actually $9. And that's with taxes, I think, so it was probably less.
I'm worried about Stack and Kayla.
I'll find it.
Thanks for the new fascination. I'm gonna need inside hobby because it's gonna be so dang old hot sometimes. So buying and reading and collecting manga is gonna be the move. Manga and light novels, baby.
I
like
heard
the
you
boy.
say that during the prayer, so is that confirmed now?
Yes, actually, legitimately confirmed like an hour ago.
I'll say less.
So what happened was I had texted Bailey the past 2 days. Actually, I want your thoughts on this because I want to be able to, if I truly feel convicted, but at the end of this week about not doing it, because I feel good about doing it as is. I feel like it's a good decision, a good smart decision. And we've talked loosely about this within the last year. Anyway, I would like your honest input on it. If you think it's a smart idea for 8 months, my first 8 months in 6 to 8 months while I'm in Arizona, my living situation, what it'll be, is gonna be potentially me and Bailey staying together for the first 4 to 8 months. And then after that, I fully plan on moving out and getting my own place. So it'll be each of our first 6 months together in Arizona. But financially, the first thing, so I was worried about financing an apartment. Prices are the same as they are here in Ohio, so I would actually save about $500 moving there because it's slightly cheaper for more space. So it'll be cheaper, but it'll probably balance out to about the same, $1,500 a month for rent. But electricity will probably be a little bit higher because it's hot there. So, you know, it'll probably balance out about $2,000 total for the month. Anyway, I'm like telling her that. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to ideally spend more than $2,000 on a rent payment for a 3-bedroom. So we all get our own big room.
I knew this gig would be a
She was like, okay, well, I usually start
Tower
with
really
whatever
outdid
is
themselves this
the
time.
best school.
They didn't tell us the colony vanished.
And like, I
But they knew.
should have been thinking like that.
Sure.
I guess because I'm also his dad, and I shouldn't have been worried about the money. But her first thought was not the money, because obviously she makes 6 figures and good disability, so she
Consider
makes
this
a lot
my
of money.
official resignation.
And always has. Anyway, and I'm not jealous. I promise. Not jealous at all. She's never struggled financially. And literally the only person I've ever met that I've never seen worry about money and has always driven a Mercedes since she's been like 25. And I'm like, dog, my dad doesn't drive a Mercedes. And he's 58. How have you been driving one since you've been in the military? We were poor. I know how poor you were. I was that poor. Anyway, she's got a great job, so she's not worried about like a place. So maybe we get a place that's big enough. I feel like I have my own place for 6 to 8 months, and then I get my own 2-3 bedroom for the next 3 to 4 years for Gabe's last little bit of high school, and then yeah, that's what I would like your input on. That's what the plan is for now.
Okay. So you did mention that we talked about this a few times over, like even this, of course, of this year.
Yep.
And you remember that we talked about like why this was not a good idea.
Yes, 100%.
So kind of help me walk through like what is different now than before.
So
because
what
you
I
have a
would
cutoff time?
say again?
Is it because you have a cutoff time?
You say cutoff time?
Yeah, you said you give yourself a time that you need to leave by 4 to
Yes.
6 months, as you said.
Ideally, the only amount of time I would like to be there is only 3 months. So before I even turn 36, in 7 to 8 months, I would like to already be gone and already living there for 3 months with her engaged and 3 months by myself. So in the finances, I know for her isn't a big deal. I know then 3 months is doable for her. So finances isn't a problem for her. So as long as I get right in 1 to 3 months, then maybe it's just a real quick turnaround, and then boom, everyone's up on their feet. She doesn't have to worry about anything because she knows someone. She knows where I stay down the road, and in the city maybe a little bit cheaper for myself, but maybe me staying in the same place that's big enough and spacious enough, so it feels like I have my own place for a month to 2 months or 3 months. Then I can use that 3 months to find me a spot just for me for the next 3 years. So that's what I'm saying is the cutoff, like you're saying, I think is the huge thing. And also that I already know I can afford a place there on the amount of money I have saved up and the amount of money I pay on this place. Actually, and I'll be cheaper. So I should be able to get my own place in 2 to 3 months, or my own place to begin initially. But initially, it would be tough if we were to move in August. So I'll say that.
But so this is more a convenience for you.
It's honestly more of a convenience for her than it is a convenience for me, because again, money isn't a thing, because I can literally get a place. If she said she wanted to move by the beginning of June, by June 1st, let's say when she wanted to be there, I could probably get me an apartment in the next 2 weeks, cancel this place, and have the money to be able to do that, and to be able to rent a U-Haul and do all that in 30 days, get my own place. That's probably a 1-bedroom at first for like $1,200. Decent space, bigger than my place in Hawaii. I think that probably twice that size. I could get for a 1-bedroom, 1 bath, or 1.5 bedroom, 1 bath for myself. I can get something really cheap for me, and me getting there and being there for a year would be super easy and cake. I would save more money personally. And I already know a little bit of the area. However, for her, she doesn't know the area. It's her first time living away from Washington in 30 years. So, you know, I know she wants to feel safe, and I know my son is not soft. He wrestles, he boxes, me and him used to box. So he's not soft and he's not scary. But I know being around a lot of a lot of people that are like me, like kind of like more aggressive type black people at times, let's just say that, and then a lot of Mexicans, which he's used to being around just white people. So I know if I'm around for 1 to 3 months, at least staying with him for 1 to 3 months, that might make him feel a little bit more safe as well. Just a little bit of an extra thought, a little bit, trying to be a little empathetic of him and her situation. Where am I going? So I think it's more, and her and I have talked about it, I think it's more of a benefit for her than it is for me. Because I'm going to save money either way. You know me, I'm cheap, right? Like,
Yeah.
in the States, I can find a place for $800. A 1-bedroom or a big 1,000 square foot studio, I can find and use that for a year for $850, $900. I already got one saved in Arizona. So I would be saving just $600 alone just in rent. That would be huge for me. An extra $600 in the pocket. So I already got a super cheap place I found, and it's in a good school district. It's in a really nice place near Phoenix, 20 minutes away. So I'd be close to the city. So I found places for me. But again, I say all this long-winded stuff to say it's more of a convenience for her, even if it's for 1 to 3 months, so she can feel safe in a new area. And I think her boyfriend's going to be there too, so that kind of helps a lot, make it less weird, I guess, if it is a little weird. And then, yeah, I don't know. I think 3 months at the maximum wouldn't be bad, but I think any more than that, I could see the concern. But I would still personally feel comfortable with 4 to 5 months. So,
But if you were already there, what's the difference? Other than living in the house with her.
true. That's a good point. I guess I hadn't really posed that question. That's a good point. It's valid.
Like, 'cause it's not like you're not going to be in the vicinity. You're just not at the house with her. And him.
Yeah. I guess. Oh my gosh, I need the map. I guess the only thing I would say is from her standpoint, I guess Gabe's standpoint, if they are scared because of different kinds of people and stuff like that happening that they don't see in Washington State. More urban activity, or maybe, you know, I don't know. I'm thinking extreme. Somebody maybe breaks in, or like their
But
alarm
she's
system
picking
goes
up
off or something like
a
that.
location based on the school district. That
Huh?
won't be there.
That's why
If she's
but
picking a
you're-
location based on school district, the same issues won't be there.
No, you're
because
right.
it just won't. Yeah, that means there's money, and there's probably more Caucasian than anybody else in that location.
Nope, that's actually a good point.
Like she's already thinking about it the right way, so that's already gonna cut all this. Unless she's like, I want a school district and I'm gonna live further away so I can find somewhere cheaper. If she's strictly looking about it as a school district situation, then It's going to be gated community. It's going to be all super nice and well funded. The whole location is going to be better. That's like it kind of kills any other argument if about like being scared.
Yeah. No, I fully. You mentioned the gated community. Again, as someone I've never been in a gated community, so I wouldn't even think that's an option. Even in a nice neighborhood. Why need it in a nice neighborhood? It's a nice neighborhood. Why would you need a gate? But no, it makes sense. Extra layer of protection. So no, that's right. Again, and I say all this, nothing is final. It's definite that I'm moving. But no, I think it's perfect. Perfect. I think if I end up moving there first, I do want to be okay with. I lost so much health. I gotta focus on it. I want to be somewhat okay with if she needs somewhere to stay for a week. Say I get there first, because I likely will, once she finds a job. I want to be able to, and I think I would like your input on this as well. If she needs a week or 2 weeks for somewhere to like move into her place, tops, for her and Gabe and her boyfriend, just so they can get into their place, because I think I'll be there first. Then what do you think about that?
I mean, temporary situation is not really as bad, but like, why would they go somewhere where they don't have somewhere to live?
True. I do think she could very easily afford a hotel, but I would want to be hospitable. And I know her and I have recently started talking cordially again. I wouldn't say friendly again, but we've been cordial since the last time when I dogged her out and her boyfriend and my son. I dogged out her whole family essentially. So we're finally cordial, speaking terms. So I feel like extending that service at least a nicety that maybe hopefully gets defined.
They have 2 incomes.
Also true. That's what I'm saying. I think that they would get a hotel, if I'm being honest. But I think just extending the offer would be nice.
It's nice they're thinking about it, but they have 2 incomes.
Mm-hmm.
For you to be as hospitable as you would like to be, you would already have to get a place that would then be suitable for all 4 of you.
Hey man, if I find me a 3-bedroom, oh my gosh, if I find me a 3-bedroom that is $1,550, I'm moving into that puppy. 1,500 square feet, that easily accommodates 5 people, let alone 4.
But you don't even keep stuff in your house.
I don't even what?
You don't even keep stuff in your house though. You don't furnish your house in a way to keep everybody.
This is the one thing you're missing. Since I'll be living there in Arizona for 4 years.
Yeah.
If I find me a $1,500 or $1,600 rent, that's the same thing I'm paying here. And I find a 2 or 3-bedroom, $1,500, 2 full bathroom apartment in Arizona for $1,600. I said 3-bedroom, right? Yeah, 3-bedroom, 2 full bath. Townhome, upstairs, downstairs, 1 bedroom downstairs, 2 upstairs. Oh boy. I'm keeping that for 4 years. I'm buying bookshelves. I'm buying shoe racks. I'm buying tons of stuff for the home.
Well, I get that part. What I'm saying, like, if you're talking about moving there 1 month, even as much as 2 months. Like, that's a significant increase in the money has to go out during that time frame. True. To be able like to be have set up, before even them getting there.
Yeah.
That's the moving cost. That's then getting into a new security deposit, the new rent, and then buying all your furniture and all that stuff, and then buying the extra furniture to then be there for them.
$10,000.
You're gonna want to have food. Yeah, that's a lot of. And you're just like, oh yeah, that's mostly just like, hey, for 2 weeks possibly is what you're looking at. Like, oh yeah, I'm ready to have them for 2 weeks, but you put yourself out.
Yeah.
For those 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'd have to go get 2 beds actually currently because I got a spare room, but I only have 1 bed. So yeah, I see what you're saying. Like buying 2 beds would cost $1,000 to do. Comfortably.
Yeah. And so it's not like you can't do it.
Yeah.
But if you decide that right now, you need to change your plan for the summer to make sure that you're accounting for this situation.
This bridge is home to the
and even if it doesn't happen, you've already accounted for it financially.
Marvels of science.
Do you think it's
maddened
smarter
and
to account
mutated by
for them staying
God
for
knows what.
a week,
I've seen
so
them
they
tear
can get
each
so
other apart.
accommodating? Maybe I don't have two
They leave me
or
alone.
3 beds, but maybe I have 2
Because they know
in a
this
big
whole world
couch
belongs to
where 2
me.
people could comfortably lay on.
Every brick.
Like I would sleep on the couch.
every
I have no problem doing that for a month. If my friends prefer, I actually sleep on my couch more than my bed. So that to say, you know, there's nothing wrong with sleeping on the couch. Anyway, let's say I only have 2 beds and a couch. I think that could sustain people for 4 days to 7 days.
Who's sleeping on the couch?
Brother, I'm sleeping on the couch. If it's my couch, it's a couch I bought so I can sleep on it.
Well, that's what I know. Because I know that you're okay with that, but not everybody else is cool with that. And as, I wouldn't say like bougie, but kind of in that same realm that she is. Because she's always been able to afford it. She can live a lifestyle that, like, normally people are just like, I'm not going back to living sleep on the couch. I'd rather go somewhere to bed. And
Well,
you know her the most.
For that
And you'd be like, whether she'd be fine with that or not.
For that situation, I would say for sure I'd sleep on the couch, but hopefully she gets like the guest room, and then maybe her and her boyfriend get the guest room, and then Gabe can get my room, and he could sleep in my room. I think would kind of solve any issue of anyone sleeping on the couch. If I sleep on the couch,
Oh, for sure. These are just all the things that you have to be considered.
No, that's a good point though.
Because like moving by yourself and moving with trying to have other people is completely different. The same way you were thinking about it when you got to Guam, you got to think about it in those same place. Like I got to get a place to house them and do all these different things. Like you got a whole place with them in mind.
That's true.
Because you don't know how long. Is she gonna buy a house? How long is that closing gonna be out? Is she really gonna be there for 2 weeks?
Well, you know me. If somebody says 2 weeks, I'm not gonna let you stay at my place for longer than 2 weeks. I'm gonna be asking pretty much from the second day on. If someone imposes their own time frame, and that's when I say, yeah, that's the longest, sure. I'm pretty firm on boundaries with that. So I think as far as like if she needed a place to stay, I would definitely extend the invitation, but be very firm on like the length of time, like no longer than 2 weeks. Kind of can be like, you have more finances and stuff, and we both have the same amount of time where I got a place ahead of time, and everything was moving ready and worked for me, whereas you had more resources. You should have also been able to do that and book a hotel and all this extra stuff that fits your lifestyle. So yeah, I see the counters, and that's a good point. So yeah, hopefully they don't need to, but I would like to, if comfortable, only if comfortable, not if I have to stretch myself in the slightest, be able to extend an invitation for them to stay. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Been talking to the girl for years.
Have that
since we got
conversation
there.
like right now, so she's already thinking about these things. Like I'm sure she knows how she's a grown adult. She can do all these things, but
100%.
like just to remind people, the same way we're having this conversation now, about the things that she needs to make sure that are good to go.
Yep. Hey man, that's solid advice. I was thinking about it, and yeah, that's what I messaged her. I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow about it again, and kind of rehash and make sure everything is as clear as we said. Like, not stay together, but I'll likely move out there early, and if she needs to, she can come stay at my place for a week to 2 weeks with her boyfriend, and Gabe. For a week to 2 weeks, if maybe they're waiting on their lease to be up so they can actually move in. Like, that would make sense. They have 2 weeks, the lease is up maybe, or lease is ready in 7 days, I guess. It gives them time. They don't have to waste money on themselves. And I do need it. Ooh! What is that? Spectral round? That's top tier. Spectral round is top tier, boys. Sorry guys, we got kind of carried away with the conversation, but
I nod and smile as
thank
they
you
wring
for
their hands and try to
the
feel
advice. I really do
special.
appreciate it.
I want new horizons. I want to help others. I want to discover myself. Pathetic. The only reason they're here is because we own them. So
You want to be there for
I
them.
nod and smile.
Hold on, I can't really hear you right now. For
Oh
some
yeah,
reason.
even
there
with
you go.
your hard stance on things, like if if it's not like spelled out and beforehand and like talked about, those things could go out of control really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You remember like I had Sarah at my house on Guam, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
how long it took me to get her out of my spot.
I forgot about that.
I had I had a less hard stance on a lot of things, but it was just like it caused such a rift. It's just hard to deal with.
Ironically,
Don't.
mentioning Guam, I was going through my photos and GoPro footage from when we were in Guam, what, 10, 12 years ago, and I transferred over some of my WhatsApp text messages that I screenshotted from some of you guys.
Yeah.
One I got one from Dunn a couple days before my birthday. It says, "Happy birthday, you old gray pube having ugly ass monkey lip having ass ugly ass nigga." And I said, "My birthday isn't until Monday, ho." And he said, "Don't nobody care, old monkey face having something crazy." And I said, "Wow, did you really have to attack me like that?" And he was like, "It was nothing personal. Have a happy birthday, da da da." I was like, why are my friends like this? And then I had one from you, and it was a screenshot of a conversation you and Crystal were having, where I guess you said hello, and she was like, "Oh, why are you being nice to me all of a sudden?" And then you were like, "Oh, I was probably just taking a nap." And she was like, kind of being a little, I'm not gonna say stuck up, but she was being kind of stuck up. You know, I'm not gonna lie. And like you sent it to me, I guess. Anyway, I just thought it was so funny that that's the type of stuff you would screenshot and send to one another. Like we were keeping each other informed. Let me tell you,
Brother.
Let me tell
Because she was
you.
crazy. And you know, it's just probably that she had experienced so many different things. And she, you know, like think about it now that she had probably experienced so many different crazy situations. And that was her experience. And I was like, which I mean, it happens now. People are like, you didn't answer. And it's like, okay. My phone just isn't sitting next to me, so and like waiting for you to message me all the time. So, what you trying to say? Especially now, I'm the worst right now.
Crystal was the doctor, right?
Yeah, the one that had like the 2 practices, couple houses.
Yes. I was thinking about that. I was like, man, if I'm not mistaken, she had like a tip or a swear jar or a tip jar or something.
Brother,
That she would pay herself.
she had
filled
like
with
a
50s
grand
and
in there.
100s.
She had a grand in there.
That's what I would thought. I thought I went there once to like, or maybe you took a picture. I don't think I went there. Maybe you took a picture of it. And I saw that, and I was like, yo, what am I seeing right now? That looks like a bouquet of money for someone's 50th anniversary at a job.
That was just money she had in the jar on the counter, which is crazy.
You remember the time we went out and she was wearing her red bottoms, as they're called, and she totally did not care that she was wearing those.
I didn't even know what those were until right before I moved to Guam.
I learned from meeting her. I was like, oh, I know those are the red bottoms people are talking about. She told me that these were like $2,000 to $1,000. Some of them can be $1,000. I was like, child, not in my lifetime, I'll tell you that. Not for me, not for nobody.
I had a girl I was talking to, talking about like da-da-da. Would you buy me some red bottoms? I didn't know they were. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. I looked them joints up, and I was like, oh, nah, never. She got so mad.
They're crazy expensive. What are you paying for? It cannot
Nothing.
be craftsmanship.
Just because it has red on the bottom, I'll paint it for you, girl. I got you.
Right? Brother, I'll say the only thing I would feel comfortable paying $1,000 for would be $1,000 super breathable, always cold sheets. 1,500 thread count.
Yeah, I'll pay for something that's gonna get that much use.
Exactly.
Red bottoms, you're using those what? Once a quarter at most?
Brother.
Oh, Crystal was gorgeous though.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. What's she called, too? 5'10"?
She had to be at least 5'6", 5'7" at the least, you know.
Because I feel like
So
when she would wear her heels or we would go out, I felt like she was eerily close to my height. And I'm only 6 foot.
because
She
she was the
felt
B
close.
hop. She was the B hop on the base. And I was going in there to see her about my like sleep, whatever. Oh,
Good old Crystal. I pray she's doing well. I pray God has
oh, for
blessed her
sure,
life.
for sure.
I mean, financially, she was already blessed. She was doing way better
She,
than anyone I've ever met that age.
we were like the same age.
I know she was like in my eyes, she was a multimillionaire, and I'm not talking 7 digits. I'm talking 8 digits, most
Because
likely.
she already owned another practice back in like I think Chicago or something.
Yeah, she was hurting the game. Because at
She
the
had
time she was what,
multiple
20,
places.
26, right? 27?
Yeah, we were like, we're definitely all under 30.
Yes, 100%. I know I was 24 or 25 during that time. So I figured she was only 2 years older than me because Taneria was the oldest. Her friend that we hung out with. I think he like got a hotel that one time, and Taneria was there. Short little chick. They called her Coco. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Taneria was 30. She was the oldest, and I kicked it with her for like 2 or 3 days. But she was the oldest, and I think she might have been 30 or 29, turning 30.
What years were those? That was probably around 2016. Everything goes together. I don't ever know when and where we are.
Yeah, I think it was 2014 and 2015. Maybe 2015 and 2016, but definitely 2015.
I got my jaw broke in 2015.
Then we hung out with them in 2015. Cause I think we hung out with them before you got your jaw broken.
Okay, because I was like 28 ish.
Yeah.
Because I moved there after I turned 26 there. No, 27 there. I turned 27 there in 2014. I remember 26 was a night I burned a lot of money running around gallivanting around Vegas.
Hey, Vegas will do it to you, boy. Got me.
Yeah, we were doing bottle service, we were doing everything. The clubs, we were doing too much.
Hey, I'll say this. If you're 60 years old and you're talking to your great-great-grandkids or even your son or your grandkids and you're explaining to them how important it is to manage your finances properly, the best stories should come from, when I was stationed in Nellis Air Force Base living in Las Vegas. Because you will waste the most money ever in your life at that base, 100%. Gambling, if you get into gambling, girls, if you get into girls, drinking, if you get into drinking, illicit drugs, if you're in the military, like coke, don't do it. But if you get into that stuff too, you'll lose your money. So many vices at their maximum out there because so many things are allowed. So Vegas is a breeding ground for amazing stories when you're older. And you really learn a hard lesson, a hard way in Vegas. Like if you get in trouble in Vegas, you are getting in trouble.
That place was insane.
Said red number 1. Decepticon Don. The Don's here. What's going on, Don? Appreciate you coming back through, big dog. Yes, I remember you. I remember you. Which one?
Yeah, that place was insane.
I was talking to somebody earlier about how much, not that I miss it, but in a tiny 1% way of like going away from Christ for like a weekend. You know, I would never, if I wanted to go and just like get blackout drunk, like drink a whole bottle of Crown in 2 days, or a bottle a day even, If I wanted to do that and go club and party, I was like, man, I could go to Vegas and have a good time for $400 each night. Like a good time. Just one final hoorah. And I was like, no, that'd be a horrible waste of money. And that hangover would be vicious.
It would.
Ooh.
It would.
I'd be feeling it for at least a week. At least.
The crazy one would be I would say that Dubai is maybe a better place to just get crazy.
Dubai?
Yeah.
Really? I thought they were really. I went to Dubai. Obviously, you both, or not we. I was stationed in UAE for 6 to 7 months, so I got to go off base twice. Yeah, once to a spa, an indoor, or all day spa for like 8 hours, and then another time to a water park. But I know some people got to go off base non-stop. Some people got to go to the other side of the base a lot. I only got to go to the other side of the base once, and it was.
Brother, I was there I was off base every week.
At UAE?
Yeah.
Man.
So I was there for a year.
Oh, you know what? You did talk about that before. You know what? I'm still. Lord, cleanse my heart. But I am jealous of the fact that you were there and you had a car and you could go and get authentic shawarma from the Emirates side of base whenever you wanted. I had to pay someone to have them smuggle me 6 of them to my dorm room. Like I was paying $50 for 6 shawarmas, and they were going to be warm by the time they got to my place.
You were getting bamboozled.
Brother, I didn't have a way to get over there. It was so far. It was like 20 miles, it felt like.
Once LRS gives you a vehicle.
Brother, I didn't know any of this stuff. I was a senior airman. It was my first deployment. I was scared because I felt like I was a little too close to the action. Like, it was scary, all right? I was nervous my first 2 months. I was like, so this is how you do war, huh? This is tense. This is real tense.
Nah, you good. Because I had a license, because you need to be 26 to be able to drive.
I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wasn't 26.
Yeah.
I was 22.
So that was the biggest thing. Because all the vehicles, like, they didn't do the military can rent under 25 situation. Internationally, that's not a real thing. It's only in America. So because I was already 28, 29 or something when I got there, I had my passport with my visa. I had a pass to the Emirati base, and then I also had my license. So my flight commander and flight sup was like abusing me. Hey, go over there, get that. Okay, let's. Hey, we got the time between sorties. Let's go over there and grab some food. And then if I was good that week, they let me take their truck. Because the pro suit was also my supervisor. So yeah, so he would sometimes let me get a truck. But if not, I would always just get a truck from LRS. Because they had trucks to rent quote unquote. But all I do is sign up for it. Nobody had signed off on it, I don't think either. It was just, I mean, they might have, but I doubt it. Oh, I had to sign off to leave. I did, like, the vehicle they give to me.
Like a sign-off base to leave?
Yeah, it was like I had to get like signed by somebody.
That's not bad.
My supervisor or my flight
trade-off.
commander or something like that.
That's a pretty good trade-off. You know how long it took me to get approved so I could go off base to the water park? I was at the water park all day. I was there for 12 hours, but it took me 2 months to get it approved so I could go and do that. Because while I was there, and maybe you were there a little bit later than I was, but when I was there, you had to be
I was in Kuwait.
uniform and PT gear only. No civilian clothes at all at any point outside of your bedroom.
Yeah, we were deployed at the same time. I was in Kuwait while you were there. So the rule changed. Well, we were both out. We were both deployed when the rule changed.
Oh yeah, I was on my way back as it changed because I remember leaving like a week later and being so pissed that I didn't have any civilian clothes, not even for a day to wear. And there were new people already there in civilian clothes, and I was so mad. I was like, oh my god, look at these guys, they look so cool in civilian clothes. Oh, I was so pissed. Ugh. Yep, that's not. I don't know what year that was when they made the
2012.
change. but
It was fall 2012.
2012. Okay, fall 2012 is when I got back because I'm pretty sure I also like a month later ended up being sent to red or green flag in Vegas. Literally was back for 2 weeks and they were like, "Yep, you got to go to Vegas for 3 weeks." And I was like, "Son of a gun! I just got home after 7 months." Anyway, I was pissed. I was really upset that I had to. Oh crap! But I made some extra TDY money, so that was there. Because I think I made like $500, and I was in Vegas, so I'm not gonna complain.
Or whoever's left to find this.
But I think Gabe had
I won't go
I had
back to
just
that
missed
nest
his
of
birthday,
panic. All
which
that
sucked
fear
because
and
my
worry
deployment was
looks
supposed
like
to
a
be a
disease.
month shorter,
And I don't intend to
and
catch
I would
it.
have made his birthday, and it would have been great.
Someone's
I
gotta
wouldn't
find
have
a
cared of
path to
having to go on
something
the
better.
TDY a month coming after
Yeah.
from the desert.
Maybe I'll see you down
But that
the road.
extra month killed me. It was tough. It sucked. Because I was like, man,
Do you
I
remember
might
why
miss
you
my
got stuck?
birthday, I might make it. Say again?
Do you remember why you got stuck?
So at month 6 of me being deployed, right before they announced that we were doing the switch to civilian profiles, so there was a lockdown for 72 hours, 3 days, because, quote me if I'm wrong, supposedly whatever river is really close to that base,
Flooded.
Huh? Say again?
It flooded?
So, I don't know if it flooded per se. What I was told was that because I was stuck in the shelter for 48 hours, outside one of the bunkers. I was told that we had, like rockets or something like that pointed in our direction. They were like 100 miles away. But they were like, that's close, so you should just in case, get in the bunkers. So we did that for 48 hours in UAE. And then 72 hours, or 48 hours, they released it and we all were in our room and shower and everything was pretty much normal again. But that is what I was told the holdup was, because that was month 5.5 to 6, like right when we were supposed to be leaving. And they were like, maybe we should hold off on a troop movement because we just had rockets pointed at us. I don't know how true that is. I was just a senior airman at the time, but being in a bunker in 100-degree weather in the beginning of fall, I'll tell you what, it sucks. It was like 105 in there during the daytime. It was dark though, so that was cool. And there was no spiders, so that was also cool. But boy, it was hot. Nighttime, it was cool. It was real breezy. It was cooler in there than in the dorms a lot of times. But nighttime or daytime, oh my heavens! I would have rather been outside in the heat in the sun. Anyway, I don't know if that's the reason, but that's what I was told.
I mean, probably. You know, Oman was. They had to remind me all the time. Well, they didn't have to, but they remind me all the time. Like, hey, make sure you don't go this way because this way is one-way trip to Oman.
Okay. I didn't know like geographically how close. Again, I was a senior airman, so, and not that smart. So geographically, I was like, yeah, I'm in the desert. Afghanistan, Iraq, all of those places are at least 1,000 miles away from me. I thought.
Not even. They was up the street.
Well, I didn't know that.
I think
Now
they said Oman was a 3-hour, 2.5 hour, 3-hour drive.
Sheesh, Dubai was an hour and a half away, right? 2 hours?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't think there was Dubai that close. I didn't think there could be anything within 5 to 10 hours of where we were. That was dangerous.
Oh, they don't care. Oman doesn't have issues with them. They have issues with America.
Again, I had no. Well, I've learned so much today. You have no idea. Like, I have no idea how like close to, I guess, real danger I was while I was out there. Like, I didn't feel like I was in danger except for that 72 hours. I was like, hey man, I might have to call my mom or leave a message on my camera phone. I'm gonna save this 25% battery just in case we get blown up. I get some cool videos with it just a bit.
I mean, yeah, you were close, but you were there when it was an undisclosed location.
Okay.
Like we weren't even talking about it. I mean, people had it on Reddit for some reason, and they didn't get it deleted. But for the most part, that it was an undisclosed location at that point. Now, It's the base is everywhere. Like you can look it up on the internet. It's everywhere.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, when I got there, maybe about 6 months, so halfway through my tour there, it changed from undisclosed to disclosed location.
Hey, were you there? You said you were there at the same time as me?
I was in Kuwait when you were there.
Oh, okay.
Because I went after Guam.
Qatar?
I did my year after I left Guam.
Did you go to Qatar?
Not from there, no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I might have. Nope, I flew commercial because I was stationed there.
Lucky. Boy, you are lucky.
I did fly out on a gray tail for my what is it called? My mid tour,
Okay.
which sucked. They played me. I just not remember how much they played me.
What do they do?
So for all of us permanent party, they would send at least the aircraft maintenance unit I was with would send all the permanent party home TDY, so we didn't have to pay for like costs and stuff. Of course, they didn't send me TDY. I had to kind of do all the stuff myself because we're calm. They didn't care about us. So I had to do all this stupid nonsense, and I was like, well, I'll take a gray tail. I had to like work out all these side deals because they just didn't care. But yeah, all my maintainer, whatever they're called, my people, they all went TDY in the middle of their tower, so they were gone for like 2 months usually. So they would go TDY and then take their leave. I went back for like took a gray tail, and then from a gray tail I took then I flew commercially. Gray tail sucked, obviously. I landed at McGuire.
Ooh,
also sucked.
wait, Dick's Lake
Yep.
first?
Yeah.
That's where I was stationed at in 16 and 17 before I got out.
Oh. Yep, I got there 18.
Oh my gosh.
I went there in 18.
Dang, I was gonna say
That's when
you could have been there when I was there. That would have been dope.
Yeah, I took my mentor late because I was like, let me just try and eat this time up. And they kept reminding me like, as soon as you get back, you're gonna not want to work anymore, because you get used to like the flow of work. And as soon as you go and come back, you're just like, this place sucks. And I felt that because I went at month 9 out of 12, and I was like, I got back and I was like, I don't want to do anything. Everything annoyed me. And I felt bad like later on because I had my flight chief that came out. She was a deployer. She came out there, super nice woman, just wasn't very quick with picking up things. So I would like snap at her, just be like, what? And like so mad that she was like slow at picking. I wanted to like dump all this work on her because I've been doing it. And I was like, I just want you to take all this stuff. And she was like just not picking up fast enough. But like super sweet woman. And I was like super rude to her. And she was a tech, so I was like, I was acting out.
You said what?
And she was a tech, so I was acting out because I was still a staff.
Ooh, I rubbed off on you because I used to love being a senior airman going on tech sergeant emeritus.
Well, I was good until because the first dude was cool, like he was real chill. He made the job look so easy. The girl that replaced him was her first deployment in 19 years of her career at that point, and she was like the worst. Just bad attitude, didn't care, didn't take care of people, was always dumping work on me to do instead of her. Even though like her whole job was flight chief, I was also I was doing flight chief plus NCIC of all comm, and she just was dumping work on me, and I despised her the whole time. So it built up this animosity versus the tech. She leaves, the new one comes in, and I was just ready to dump everything, obviously. And she was just like this little sweet lady trying to get her life together, super sweet, like that as an image would be like sweet old Southern black woman, because she was
Okay.
black. She was a black woman. That's who she was. That's just kind of how she was. And I was just like gung ho, high speed, like get it together, ma'am.
Speed it up, please. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you probably were driven nuts by that, having to go at a slower pace.
And I was ready. After I came back from leave, I was like, y'all can miss me with that, because I'm done. I was terrible.
Yeah. A build-out drone got stuck climbing the roots again.
They get to
I
have
had to
all
check
the fun.
myself.
Before you wreck yourself.
Yee yee.
Yay, yay. Oof. Man, what a blessing. What a blessing. Oh, I thought they were
Life
going
is
to
good
talk
now.
longer. That was a short conversation they had.
Got to
Stat,
get life together. Life is good now.
I guess. Nobody seems crazy today, so that's a good thing.
I
One,
found a
I'm
lead
waiting
on
for one of
Echelon
these
3.
three people to go nuts.
My
And
God.
we see what happened to Tom.
Where are
happened
they?
to them.
I don't know yet. All I found
Yeah,
is a
wait
log.
for everybody to kill
They
themselves.
made it
You left by
underground, saw
yourself.
the same alien machines I did.
So, they might all be dead still.
Just take the hope, Kayla.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
We're
everybody
one
to
step
like go
closer.
crazy. Everybody to go be put down,
Uh-huh.
and then you're by yourself, and then you go crazy by yourself. That's what I'm expecting.
My question is it doesn't seem... I mean, maybe once or twice I've seen like a hint of it, but it doesn't seem overly so like the main character, the guy, Arjun, my main character, doesn't seem like he's going crazy. So, I don't know. There's some type of, maybe because he's the one using the robot.
But
So
I would
hard.
say like, I don't think the story would. It would be better for you to be seeing everything through his eyes and not experience it from like behind like the fourth wall. So you wouldn't really know you were going crazy
Got it.
until the switch is flipped and you're like, oh, all these things weren't this way that way I interpret it, or so it'd be something different.
I like it.
That would be better storytelling, at least to me.
That's a good point. Like, maybe the eclipse ends up being something different than just an eclipse. Because it
Right.
happens every time when you get to the halfway point before you fight Prophet, the first boss. So, maybe that eclipse, that turning of things, is something different than what it is. I don't know. I'm excited to see. That's a good point. I've been having this gout for almost 2 months now. In my right foot. Let me tell you, it hurts so bad today. It legitimately feels like my toe has been broken by someone 16 years old or older, and they just hit my toe right on the big toe, where the foot and the big toe meet, at the joint. They hit it as hard as they could with a hammer. Not on the nail, but lower down by the foot. Oh my God, it hurts so. It's throbbing right now. Throbbing. So I usually walk 3 miles to church and then walk 3 miles back home from church. I rode my moped to church today.
Sheesh.
First time since I lived in Ohio, I rode my moped to work or to church. My foot hurt so bad, and I still hobbled around most of the day. I managed to get 24,000 steps in somehow.
That's insane that you still did that.
My daggone foot hurt.
It doesn't help you keep trying to walk.
That's why tomorrow I'm not doing anything. All I did today was go to church though, and Walmart. I only walked around Walmart for 30 minutes. That's it. And in church, I was at church for 4 hours. For class, I signed up for. That's 3 more weeks. Called Growth Track. And then my buddy Tay he might come over tonight, he might not. but he got baptized today. So I was there to see him get baptized, and I talked to him, met his girlfriend, learned a little bit more about him. He's got a kid, 5 years old, daughter.
Oh, that's what you're talking about in your prayer.
Yes. Hey, is his name. Got baptized today. He's trying to do everything right. Live for the Lord, Jesus Christ. He used to be a D1 football player, like yourself.
You finding all the athletes. You found one over here, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I sure did. Another D1 football player. He was running back. Hay, I think, was a wide receiver. He's 6'2", 195 pounds. He is solid. I gave him a hug at church after he got baptized. He's dense. Let me tell you. He, not to sound weird or anything, he feels like he's made out of stone. Like, he's got to be like 8% body fat at 195 pounds, 6'2", which is impressive. I'm 200 pounds at 6 foot, and I look like I ate a whole baker. I look fluffy. He looks like he could walk down the runway and model swim trunks or something.
It's just a look, but it's proof they're here.
But good for him.
There were thousands on the
I love
field
donuts.
for the two. Good odds some of them survived.
Our best bet is
I'm gonna
a
have
short
2
one.
more
They're
donuts
still out there. No
very
doubt.
soon, actually.
There were so few of them.
Cut from
Why are you so
stone,
sure?
no.
They're the best.
Rolled
of us.
from dough, maybe. I think I'm slowly convincing more of my friends to try this game out. Because, we're going to take a quick break, y'all. Because before stream started, for an hour, I was talking to my homie Chris in Arkansas.
Yeah.
He was catching me up on some good things, some bad things. A really good job opportunity for him, actually. Come up in Arkansas, making $22 to $23 an hour, which is really, really good for him because he's 100% VA disabled. So that'll be good money for him in the long run, especially because he just bought a brand new house. Anyway, I was talking to him about this game, and he seems pretty interested. I told him this game in Hades, or Returnal and Hades, are what got me into this genre, but this is better than Returnal by a small amount. And this is probably really easy for him to get into. I'm loving
It's the good stuff.
I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Exercise caution in the ancient ruins, Enforcer Devraj. The Lucenite there is Soltari property. I don't give a damn about Soltari property. Lucenite is the reason we are here. I came here for the colonists. Resource extraction is the sole purpose of the colony. Then let me do what it takes to find them.
Primary. I forgot that's what it was called.
What is?
Alright. The name of the android robot thing.
It's not just Android 18.
That'd be so cool. 17 and 18. Cheap. This is good. This is also really good. Oh no, I'm 10 short. Dang it. I think this donut is called like a sour cream glazed baked donut. And I avoided eating and trying this for maybe 4 months. boy, am I so sad that I haven't tried this, didn't try it sooner. It is so freaking good. It's like light but super fluffy, but it's like way smaller than all the other donuts, and it has super light glaze on it. It's like lemony with a little bit of glaze. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. It's probably my new favorite donut. I would love this in without the glaze even. Oh, it's so good.
He's loving it.
I'm loving it. Yes, sir. Alright, let's double up these things. Wait. Are you kidding me? I have to start at the bottom? Start at the bottom.
Now you're here.
Now, yeah. Ooh, this is the one we want. We want to get greater integrity. Add plus 30 to max armor. That's tough. This is add plus 5. Yeah, we don't really know what power is yet. Like, I don't know what it does. I know it's the blue meter, but I don't know if it actually makes me stronger, but because I feel like efficiency makes me stronger with weapons. Anyway, don't care about max power yet. Adrenaline levels increase faster is probably the best. Maybe we should go for that. We're going to go for that. Here we go. Anyway, I was telling Chris about this game. Sent him some videos. Told him to watch the videos. He's considering. I didn't finish that thought. He's considering starting and buying the game. He seems interested. Very interested in SAROS.
I heard it's a good. I've heard nothing but good things.
Take them from me, man. This game is even if this game was $120, I would consider for myself at least that would be money well spent.
That's a lot of money, sir.
I know. For one game, right? I was saying about Returnal, I would have paid $79.99 for Returnal. After playing it for 20 hours, I was like, I love this game. Same with Hades. I would have paid $80 for Hades. It was that good. I'd say it's just a blessing that those games were cheaper. But I would have paid more. Like Witcher 3. I'd pay another $50 for Witcher because it was such a good and complete game for me. Oh my god. That was such a good experience. Anyway, off we go. Run number 2. That run was not very good.
Whatever else you find, tracing the signal comes first.
No arguments here,
Tracing the signal comes first.
Oh, I still don't get these like super abilities. Dispiritor, homing cells. Demonstration. I'm gonna keep the Dispiritor. I don't know.
The Dispiritor.
That's what you would think it does, but I don't feel like it's doom and gloom like that, sadly. It'd be nice. It's actually kind of a letdown what it does. Because what it does is nothing.
It probably does something.
I mean, it definitely does do something. I just can't for the life of me figure out what it is.
Because knowing the way you play, it probably told you and it went right through your, your head.
Maybe. I hope that. I've been trying to pay attention, but like once I started playing the game the first 10 minutes, I was like, oh, this is just like Returnal. I mapped the buttons the same and everything. I was like, oh, this is the exact same thing except the shield. It's the only difference. So yes, I haven't been reading as intently the tips as I should. And like what things do. Actually, real quick, let's figure it out. Advanced combat. I think is what it's called.
It could save your life if you let it.
I don't know about that.
It could save your life.
I hope
If
it
you
surely
let it.
does. Power weapons. Oh, power. Oh, I can just read about power and power weapons real quick. Alright, let's see. It powers the weapons and the shields. Okay, didn't know that. I figured just the shield. Bruh. These power weapons are so important. You have no idea, dude. Okay, so real quick. Power is the fuel for power weapons, the holding L2 down all the way pressed, and then firing R2, and then the Soltari shield, which I have equipped for R1, which is the blue shield. So you want to use the shield in conjunction with to generate power, because absorbing projectiles is what gives you more power. Anyway, power weapon, again, like I said, you hold L2 all the way down, hold R2, and that's your power shot. That I'm used to. The new thing is that in addition to being deadly to hostiles, firing a power weapon also cleanses corruption. So when the world goes from the halfway point, the eclipse, to where you switch and it gets harder, the next half of the level, the biome, to where you are going to fight the boss, there's a part of the health when you get hit that turns from orange to yellow.
Yeah.
And it'll just keep filling up more and more yellow till you have no orange, and the next time you get hit, you're completely dead because you couldn't restore enough health. Anyway, that yellow is corruption. Just simply firing the power weapon cleanses all the yellow. So you don't have anything to worry about during the eclipse if you shoot your power weapon often. Like if you get hit 2 or 3 times, boom, power weapon. That alone is top tier knowledge. That's so big.
This guy.
I am so mad.
Got the keys. This man got the keys to all the information. He's like, nah. I'm gonna play this on hard mode.
I was doing good, like, with understanding everything. Like, the only thing I didn't fully get was the shield, and that's why I haven't used it. And how to, like, what power was. The only 2 things. And now I know. And they're the 2 biggest changes to the game. Okay. Alright, guys. Shield it is. That is... Oh my gosh. I feel really stupid, actually.
That's funny.
Especially because I usually spend an hour in the menus anyway. To miss that. To not look up the things that I don't understand the most. Is villainous. Oh! Okay. Grappling hook yet. Hopefully that's something we do today is we get the grappling hook. That would be nice. That way I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it no more. You can grapple around. I would like to get 1 permanent upgrade today. What is the objective? Activate the vault devices. If we could activate half of that, or 1 of the 2, I would consider today a huge success. We got an hour and a half to do something like that. Yeah, we'll do a 3-hour stream. And then I'll jump off. 3 hours, hour and a half left. Halfway done. I wanted to do like a 4-hour stream no matter what, and I was like, you know what, the smart thing, since I've done really good at getting my sleep back under control, is to make sure I'm in bed before you. I was like, but that's boring. I was like, well, boring is smart sometimes, you idiot. Maybe it'll help my foot.
Ya bozo.
Yep. Chrome Dome. I'm like, oh no, I'm a knucklehead. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping I sleep for 8 to 10 hours tonight. Wake up at 7 or 8 in the morning, and my foot stops throbbing. That's the number one thing. If my foot doesn't hurt in 3 days at all, oh, I'm so happy.
Oh, you get that amputate, you know?
Honestly, at this point, I would be okay with if as long as my walking's not affected, I'd be okay with someone just cutting my toe off at that joint, and then I never have to deal with this pain ever again. It's not fun. It's worse than when I broke my elbow, and no one in the Air Force did anything about it for 2 months. I was just at work, lifting and moving pallets and stuff for 2 months, almost. No one cared. Oh, it's not broken, it's not broken, it's broken. Push-ups, sure, I'll try and do those with a broken elbow. Anyway, this is worse than that by a good margin. Maybe not on fire, but getting heated up, 175 degrees in the oven. It's hot.
It's getting hot in here.
My foot. So take off both your socks.
It is getting too hot.
Too hot.
Gotta take the soles off.
I'm gonna take my socks off. Yeah. It's a song about gout, ladies and gentlemen. Don't eat sugar. It'll ruin your body.
Is that what it comes from?
So it's from uric acid, and sweets are like the second biggest no-no. The number one biggest no-no is alcohol, which I don't drink. But purines is like one of the main things, and then what happens is the body crystallizes it in joints and stuff. So
Yeah.
you have to wait until the crystals break enough to where they just pass in the blood. Which usually a mild attack is 3 days to 2 weeks. That's a mild gout attack. I've been having something like a super extreme one because mine's been going on for almost 2 months. And the whole time the pain's been like a 6, where it feels like my toe is at least slightly or mostly all the way broken. So yeah, it comes from alcohol, sugary food, sugary drinks. So I'm no longer drinking Gatorade drink mix. That's probably what it is. Even though I made it mostly watered down. That's how I like it, like sweet. Anyway, no more of that. I gotta drink black cherry juice from now on. It's like a huge life change. Maybe not like super huge, but kind of big. I have to change the way I eat a little bit. I can't eat red meat as much, and I love steak from Chipotle. That's all I get. Like, it's better for me to get the chicken because of this. Red meat is bad, really bad for it. That's like the third worst thing. I'm like, oh no, red meat's my favorite kind of meat. If there were no other kinds of meat, I would hope that there's still red meat. Ground beef? Are you kidding me? Steak? What? Asada? Oh, beef? Brisket? So yeah, no more of that. Chicken, turkey, fish, no pork.
Tragic.
Yeah, dog. I'ma definitely still have it, but I've gotta only have it on like special occasions, like 3 times a year. Cause I really don't ever want to have to deal with this thing again. I would rather. I broke my arm. I broke my arm when I was a kid, and I broke my other arm and got it fractured when I was a little bit older, like 11 or 12. I would rather break both of my arms then deal with my foot throbbing like this and not being able to walk, and having like a limp, for 2 weeks. I'd rather break both my arms, not tragically, but like where they recover in 3 months, than deal with my foot for 2 weeks. It sucks. Oh, not being able to walk. I know I'm rambling on about it, but it's not fun. I hate having that. This last 2 months has been very, very trying. That's why I've been praying so much this last 2 months. Like, I had a week where I went from walking 10,000 steps for like 6 months every day minimum, where I didn't have more than 2,000 for a whole week. And the sun was out that week too. The whole week, the first time after winter, in the beginning, at the end of winter, the sun was out for a week and a half, and I couldn't go outside and like
I'm trapped inside.
go to a park. I was so hot. It was hurting like it is now, and I was like, no matter how bad I want to go, I physically can't go. So yeah, gout. The last 2 months has not been fun. I haven't enjoyed it. I understand why my dad's been talking about it so much lately, because he's got it. And this is my second, and this is my last gout attack I'm ever having in my lifetime. I don't ever want to go through this again, if I can prevent it. So yeah, don't get gout. It don't sound like you'll get it, because I don't think I ever heard Papa T mention it. So I think gout might not run in your family, which is a blessing. But yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous because it hurts.
Okay, Tiana. Big Daddy Slim.
Big Daddy Slim.
It's this girl I had whatever it's called. She was in my NCOA class.
Okay.
We play Pokemon.
Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Okay.
her Pokemon name was something absolutely outrageous originally. I think it was like Big Dick Daddy or something is what it was. Something crazy. But now she changed it to Big Daddy Slim.
That's not nearly as bad. That's more funny than anything. Her first one's crazy.
Yeah, her first one was absolutely insane.
She's got to be our age.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. The first name makes way more sense, and is way less vile. I get it.
Yeah, she's, I don't know, 30. She's 30 something.
This female content creator I watch on TikTok and on Twitch. I think she does YouTube too. Anyway, she regularly uses the term raw dog, which for me it's weird hearing women use that term so frequently. But she'll be like, "Oh yeah, raw dog my makeup all the time. I'm gonna raw dog this like chili dog," or like she uses it so casually and so frequently. I'd be like, "Dog, is this how people, like, not just young women, but is this how people talk nowadays? Is this what I sounded like when I was a kid?"
Never.
I don't think
we were never so vulgar.
Yeah, I don't think that was a term we would use. We would say like cuss a lot, cuss words, S word, B word, F word, but I don't think I would use the term raw dog a lot. Definitely never around my parents.
No, they're kind of crazy these days.
That's crazy. I was kind of mind blown. She just kept dropping it casually, and I actually commented. So like, oh yeah, I think she said that's like casual phrase for her, something she regularly uses, and other people do as well. I was like, holy smokes.
That's how they do it now.
These kids made different, huh? Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. My new special ability I like is the Spiritor. I'm feeling that. We dispirited him.
So we started this Pokemon group on WhatsApp. Leaving NCOA.
You and Big Daddy?
Yeah, her and then another cat from our class, and then he added like another friend, and I think someone else joined, and then only to find out that his mom is a super player. Like she,
Did he know
Dude's
his mom
mom.
was a super player?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's in our group too, and literally she's like maxed out level, like everything.
Dang. What? How old's his mom? I'm curious.
50 something probably, late
Oh.
50s, 60.
Like my dad's age. My dad's 58. That's
Yeah, like our parents' age. That's
okay.
what.
That ain't old at all. Okay.
Chewy balls. Her
I
name
need
is
to-
Peon Puddles.
I wish I could get my dad into something like. I don't play Pokemon Go, but if my dad played Pokemon Go, and that's something we did when we say went golfing, see what Pokemon we catch while we're on the golf course, I think that would be so dope. I mean, I think that would be so, that could get my dad to watch anime. I think that'd be tough. But I know my dad doesn't really go for that type of stuff. He's not a big cartoon guy. Anime.
As soon as it's animated, he's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. And it's so funny because I remember when I was a kid, we used to watch this show called Eek the Cat, which was an animated series of this cat. I don't remember if his name was Eek or not, but anyway, we watched that. We would occasionally watch Ren or Stimpy in South Park, but that's it. But he would watch
Ren and
some like
Stimpy.
adult cartoon stuff. That's it.
Yeah, I know my dad doesn't watch anything that doesn't, like, not newer things. If it's media or something that he already knows. So like Marvel and DC are big things that he'll watch. Superhero concepts he'll watch. So like he'll watch what is that? Not The Boys. What is Invincible? Like he'll watch that.
Okay. I didn't know Papa T watched Invincible.
Yeah, during COVID, I was just giving him ideas, like, oh, here, watch this, because I knew he was at home. And all they were doing was consuming everything they could get their eyes on. Which was crazy.
That's so funny.
Because I think I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like, cool, all right, let me pitch it to him real quick. 2 days later, he's trying to talk to me about it. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you didn't watch the whole thing? I was like, no! I have a job!
He's like, why have you watched the whole thing?
Brother, he was eating it up. He killed it in 2 days, which is crazy.
Jeez,
He killed the whole first season in 2 days.
chill. It'll still be there tomorrow, Papa T.
They had nothing else to do. I think Stranger Things, I put them on that.
Okay.
I think, well, 10 days later, they had watched everything up to that, like two seasons in like that much time.
Brother.
And those were like hour episodes.
I was gonna say they're at least 45-minute long episodes.
Right.
Wow, Papa T, what are y'all doing? They must
Both
have
him
been
and my
inside.
mom, they were just in there just devouring things.
Jeez, that's a
Devourer
that's
of
a
worlds.
crazy appetite. Stranger Things that quickly, even Stranger Things in a month is nuts.
I mean, they had nothing else to do though, so
No,
they
it
was
makes
watching
sense.
everything.
It makes sense. It goes to show that I think the older generation has like my dad's generation, they have such a good attention span. Like, and when they get interested into a movie or a TV show, they can really, really watch it and enjoy it and just like leave it on the TV when it's off. But when it's on, it's on. And I love that about our parents' generation so much. I wish I had that. I am like that with anime, but movies and anything not music or anime, I'm not like that. I wish I was like that with movies. A little bit more. And TV shows, actually, live action TV shows, because I want to watch The Sopranos. You know, I love that. Like, I love like Mafia and stuff like that. So,
Arguably the greatest television show ever created, apparently.
see,
That and The Wire.
Bailey had mentioned to me, she said that Sopranos, first and foremost, is something she had been watching. And I was like, okay, is it good? And she said she thinks that it's something that I would like. Even with the fact that she knows I don't like cussing and sex and stuff like that on screen. She says it's not as bad because it's a much older TV series from, I think it ended in like 2008 or 2010.
I didn't even know it lasted that long.
It might not even be that long, but she says that it's not nearly as vulgar. So I'm really hoping for maybe starting Sopranos here. Oh, I'm getting eaten alive. Maybe starting Sopranos when I move in a month or so. And that'd be my one live action show. I'm liking whatever this gun is, guys. Whatever it is, I love it. Love it, I love it.
I just used an AI tool in the app to make me a background, and this is what it came up with when I put Pokemon Go. In this app? Oh wow, there's an AI tool, and who called me? Kelly? Some person named Kelly? Well, I don't know who you are, so that's not happening.
Alright, y'all. We got an hour left of stream. So 11:30. So y'all can finally learn some military time. 23:30 for you guys. 23:30. Say it with me for the people in the back. 23:30 is 11:30 p.m. 23:30 is 11:30 p.m. 11:30 plus 12. Boom. 22:30. We're all getting ready for stuff. I don't want to say I got in an argument with someone, and I don't know. I'm talking to kind of everyone. A little, slightly bit more. I'm talking to Alex, but I don't expect a reply because I don't need to know if I'm wrong or not. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be a little bit pissed at myself more than anything. Like, I feel like it should have been a moment where I should have been more humble and accepted another person's knowledge, because they seemed pretty knowledgeable because I argued with them for 25 minutes. We didn't argue, we discussed intently. I don't want to frame this as a bad experience. Even though, had this man been 5 inches taller at 6 foot and a little bit more in shape, I wouldn't have minded fighting him in the boxing ring or out back from the Walmart we were in.
Brother.
We were at Meyer, but I like to say Walmart because it's across the street. It sounds more dramatic. So we're an upscale establishment. I would have fought this dude. Anyway, the conversation was around EMPs, and he was saying that like people in America are worried about EMP attack and EMP hitting and knocking out half of the United States and its power. And I was just literally thinking about this the other day because I found out there's a nuclear plant. So EMP versus a nuke. I'm afraid of the nuke more than the EMP this year or tomorrow or next year. Whereas I'm not afraid of an EMP to take out half of the U.S. I'm not afraid of that possibility for 1,000 years of an EMP. Why? So the way I see an EMP, I think the way they do it in movies is extremely impractical. They usually show it like causing physical damage. I think a real EMP in my mind is something that destroys physically only, like cell phones, cars, anything with electronics in it that make it run properly. Any non-analog device that's not swaptronics, like here's a PCB board with everything you need. Instead, everything is like, here's some diodes here, here's some stuff here. Vehicles and stuff like that. In order to fry a whole vehicle to where it's unusable, and to do that for 1 million vehicles, a small city, 1 million people, 1 million small vehicles, you would need so much astronomical. You would need power like the power of the sun to be able to do that. So to me, this person freaking out about EMPs, I was like, you need to be worried about the fact that there's a nuclear plant just outside of Toledo, 25 miles away. Because Hiroshima when that place got hit, they said everything within 15 to 25 miles of it, a nuke, got decimated. In 15, 20 miles of a nuke, not an EMP. I've never seen an EMP in real life that is effective even for a 10 by 10 foot room to neutralize every electrical device and not be lethal. Never seen it to where it's true. So I'm always heated about like why people are so afraid of EMPs, and I'm like, it's not possible for something like an EMP to cripple the U.S. in
But it is.
1,000 years. Did you say
Yes,
it is?
Yes.
Well, see, that's why I didn't want to bring it up, because I didn't want to be wrong. Because I do feel bad now.
Yeah, no worries. But like, think about it this way. Everything, literally anything and everything, is electronic here in this day and age.
Yeah.
People do not have the same skills even to work on analog items.
True.
So and they, like, I would say, are at the munitions that are out there now. They have the capabilities of doing this and strategically hitting it. It's not even like it hitting like just one small area. It's about hitting strategic areas. And then knocking out everything based on the strategic center of gravity.
So like a city's power grid and then the data center connected to
and then everything else from that gets destroyed.
Okay,
it's not about hitting hitting one spot and then everything in that area goes away. It's strategic locations that is easy to pinpoint because everybody knows what it is. Our enemies know where it's at. It's not like nothing that's being hidden. So in the major city, if they strategically hit that one spot, everything's gone.
Yeah.
So I think you were thinking about it just differently than like how it actually would happen in those situations. Because you're like, well, it sounded like what I received was just an explosion in a random spot, and then all these things would just die. But no enemy would waste munitions in that way. The way that war is now conducted, it would always be on a strategic target, and a strategic target would then disable everything because everything's connected now.
I guess
on IP.
For me, I guess the other reason why I didn't really think it would be possible for like 1,000 years, something that's strong and not lethal, being effective against the U.S. is because I feel very highly safe in the skills of like just America, our militaries, like the Air Force. Let's say just the Air Forces alone, their cybersecurity team. I know people who got, my buddy Chris, his wife was in the Air Force for 4 to 6 years. She got out and she's super smart at cybersecurity. She was making like $150,000 doing cybersecurity. Younger than us, like a generation lower. I think she's 28 now. Making bank, like Crystal. She was like Crystal, but I don't want to say smarter, but smart in computers, like that. And that was a young kid 12 years ago, essentially. Now a young woman at 28. So I feel like very confident in how we train and teach and keep our cybersecurity people up to date. So I've always felt like, unless it's like physically someone is coming here and doing it, I could never imagine someone doing something like that over Wi-Fi, I think, like over the internet and hacking us and doing an EMP virtually or through the web or anything like that. And I could never see it physically happening because I feel like the U.S. since 9/11 has been much more impenetrable. And I know with immigrants and stuff, you can say what you will, that 10,000 have gotten in, illegals, whatever. I don't think it's as bad as we make it seem. At least as a civilian and being extremely uninformed, which I am. I don't think the danger is as physically present or cybernetically as present. I know there's a lot of cyber warfare and that's a big thing, but I guess I don't feel as threatened because I feel safe in our military's capabilities to alert us of an EMP type of a deal and that be easily detectable with that amount of energy that would need to be displaced. compared to a nuke. Like, I feel like a nuke could still be way more stealthy and 20,000 times stronger. So the bomb used in Hiroshima, they have something that was 20 times stronger that was observed. And yeah, it was like 5 gigatons or something. I don't know. It's huge.
So the probability of a EMP versus a nuke, the EMP is way more probable.
You think?
Because nuclear warfare means the end of the world.
True.
So it was the end of the world as we know it, not just for us, but for them, because they're gonna shoot, we're gonna shoot.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is gonna start shooting as well. So the number one reason that people haven't shot them is because if I shoot this, everything is dead, to include themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So an EMP, while it might start a war, it won't kill everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
So as crazy as someone might be, you know, they're not trying to also be dead.
I guess I didn't really think about that aspect, which even though I probably should have first thought about that.
Yeah, and then like I would say, even like Google will tell you that there's maybe 2 million cyber attacks coming out of China every day.
Yeah, I do know that. I think it's slightly more than that.
Yeah, and that's just like a ballpark from a random information that you can see. It's like that's happening literally every day, and that's public knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, and you think about there was a teenager that robbed a bank online, gave his dad hundreds of millions of dollars. A teenager did that on his own dollars.
Really?
All these big companies who is in their best interest to have the highest cybersecurity are getting hacked every day.
Sheesh, I didn't know that.
You don't, yeah. So someone that was dedicated, like if their nation was behind and dedicated to do something, how it works now is they're just they're doing penetration tests, and they're like, all right, cool, let me keep this in my back pocket. I know I have a back door here. They're not just actively like, oh, I'm gonna take something down. They're just like, all right, cool, I found a spot, file it up, and then whenever we want to show this type of effect, we'll do it then.
Huh. Tell you what.
So
I've learned a lot today in the last 15 minutes,
Yeah.
especially. And boy,
all
do I
parties
wish
are
I
also
could
doing that
apologize to someone.
It's all good. We're all usually just uninformed about a lot of stuff, especially if you don't need to figure it out. Like if you're not looking up this information.
Yeah.
I just happen to live in this information.
I guess also because, like literally a week ago, within 5 days, I found out about there being this nuclear plant near me. So I guess maybe because of that, I've also been a little more on edge and leaning towards that as well. And the EMP thing still always, because I think like it would have to be like a Matrix type catastrophe. Even after the great information that I know is true that you gave me, I'm still calling BS. And and I know I'm wrong, but you know, I would say like we're still 100 to 500 years away from that. It's not that close. Maybe at the end of my lifetime, I'll say, but not anytime soon.
Brother, they can do that right now.
I know, and you're right. I know you're right. But I'm gonna still argue that like the EMPs that I'm thinking would have to be massively. Take out the whole U.S., the whole continental U.S. Let's say hypothetically, you want to erase all of the U.S. dollar, right? Completely cripple the U.S. and its inhabitants, all 500 million of us, right? Let's say you would want to completely cripple our entire digital grid. All of our banking, all of our TVs, our cars, our planes, our airports, everything. Unless you're someone, a prepper like me, I plan on getting all analog stuff, like analog radios, which we have great analog radios that were made in the 2000s. Read a book, people. And a radio would be the number one thing you would want in that situation. Anyway, let's say, in my head, to cripple the entire U.S. and fry all the electronics, all the cars and stuff, to me, in my head, you would need more power than the Earth is able to generate to take out 2,500 miles across worth of the United States. 2,500, that's 2,500 miles worth of 500 million people and cars and planes and stuff. That's a crazy, you're going to need more power than all the power in the U.S., I would imagine.
I would say consider what is another side effect of a nuclear explosion. Which would another side effect of a nuclear explosion would be
like fallout.
The fallout would be it's an EMP blast that comes on the back of that. Everything's gonna go away. If an enemy was to blow it up above the U.S., not on the ground, that would cause a that would just spread out much further and cover a majority of the United States.
Yeah.
It's just how you implement it. The way you're thinking about it being used and how it could actually be used is just different.
No, that's a good point. I'm gonna still fight that nuke is more dangerous than.
Oh yeah, a nuke is definitely more dangerous, but less likely.
Or yeah, I'm gonna vote for both still in my personal life. But if someone asks me, so I don't look stupid, I'm gonna be like, I don't know either of those words. I say nuclear, or I say nuclear. I say nuclear, not nuclear, like the word spells. I'm gonna make myself not seem informed because I'm gonna still fight for what I know is wrong. Next time someone's like, "Oh, EMP's gonna attack," I'm gonna be like, "That's so." I mean, maybe, but I'm gonna be like, "Nuke's way more likely." They're like, "Oh, well, this and this and this." I'm gonna be like, "I don't want to argue because you're right. You're right." The Don says the immediate impact will be power grids and data centers, people and children on ventilators. Yep, gone. Air traffic communications gone. Counter defense capabilities super limited. This guy must be ex-military as well. He must have just paid much more attention while he served than I did. Because he's.
It all depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know a lot of this stuff until I got to the tail end of Germany. But when I got to Korea, I got read in with a lot of stuff, and just kind of being around different conversations. Because what we were doing on Guam and what you were doing like New Jersey is real tactical.
Yeah.
Very ground level. You're not thinking about things operationally or strategically about those effects. Like those second, third, fourth, order effects. You're just doing like, hey, this is my job, I'm doing this one thing, and that's what I'm impacting.
I mean, I guess I would have kind of, now that you're explaining it that way, I kind of see a lot of value in if I would have stayed in just extended for 2 years. I feel like I would have learned a lot of valuable leadership stuff being a staff sergeant entrusted with at least officially 2 people. Because I see what you're talking about now. Like, I kind of see a little bit more of the picture.
It all comes down to like what you're exposed to. So if you were never exposed to that information, then you'll never know it. And if you're not actively now searching for it, it'll just never be something that's like a high priority. You're used to the information that you had. That's telling where it ends.
Yep.
The same way like an older generations don't know a bunch of stuff. They're just like, well, this is what I used to know.
Somebody that I used to know.
20, 30 years was passed since that information was valid, so
He said we are also about 100 years overdue for a solar flare. Don't we get solar flares every year? Ain't that like a normal thing?
nah.
No?
That's like an eclipse.
Oh, eclipses happen every year. Don't they?
Yeah, but not solar flares.
Oh. Solar flares what, every 10 years? 50?
I don't remember exactly.
Let's see. Technically, the U.S. grid is out of date compared to countries like China, so we are vulnerable very much. So I agree. But I will say, at least 30% of the U.S. grid if there were a digital attack. Another reason why we shouldn't be afraid of an EMP. 30% of the U.S. grid on the East Coast predominantly, that part of the grid is analog. That's a very analog electrical system. So if it were to get like crippled, you could technically get the East Coast back up pretty quickly and pretty easily. With that many states connected so close and so industrial, the East Coast would probably be just fine. Especially where I'm at, Detroit, Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, and Canada, all right next to each other. Brother, they'd be fine out here if EMP goes off. But a nuke goes off, all of them, I know I keep bringing up the nuke. That's the last time. That's the last time. But yeah, sorry, I'm trying to read these comments and catch up. Look at it like in 2012-ish. Okay, I was an adult then in the military, my first enlistment. PSN got hacked and no one could access PSN for months worldwide. I was on Xbox, so I wouldn't know. Sucks, man. That sucks for y'all boys. I didn't know about that. Those child's play hackers just flexing their muscles. That is kind of scary that they could do that and lock people out for one.
That happened more recently too. Another one on PlayStation.
Really?
Xbox has been hacked. Yes. I'm telling you, these people get hacked all the time.
Brother, I did not know that. I didn't know that they could like shut off stuff so effectively though. Like maybe log people out and then not allow them to get in so they can't pay their bills for a month. That would cripple a country where your citizens can't pay their bills and people are getting kicked out because the kids can't pay bills for 2 months or 3 months. And it's happened to millions of people. That would be insane. Last super flare was in the late 1800s. How many people died? Super flare sounds like a really, really cool Ric Flair move. Super flare. And I bet it's super painful. But that also sounds like a tragic event. So super flare sounds like at least 100 people died from solar radiation or something. Solar wind or something crazy. Super flare. Oh crap, I wasn't paying attention. Caged area. We're probably getting the profit. Not probably. We're doing it. Profit. Gotcha, buddy. That's my jam right there. That song, I don't know the name of it.
I think it's just something that they use in yeah. Somebody that I used to know.
That's it. Somebody that I used to know.
Gotti?
Ooh, G-O-T-I, yes. You're right.
T-Y-E.
Oh, got ye, got it. Got
Not
yay.
Yo Gotti, not Yo Gotti.
I feel it, I'm tracking it. I'm gonna listen to that when I end the show. Oh, your mother. Ooh. Get it off me. Don, I'm gonna read that in just a second. Fight for my life over here. Fighting for my life over here, kid.
1859 was a Carrington play.
Okay. Oh, so a solar flare would be bad for us in what way? Is that also kind of like a EMP? But for the world?
Yeah, I think so. So it says we weren't very technologically advanced back then,
Uh-huh.
but obviously we jumped so far ahead at this point that there would be more significant. I mean, our SATCOM is knocked out by sun flares, so.
Huh. So I'm thinking, I guess kind of to last point about the EMP thing. So the EMP on megasteroids, it would impact Earth, not just countries. Okay, that's what I was going to say. The reason why I was saying I didn't think it was possible, because the amount of power I was thinking you would need would be, you would need to use part of the sun's power, right? And what he's saying is a super flare. A super flare is kind of what I would expect an EMP to take out the U.S. to be. Like, you would need something from the sun reaching the Earth, whether it's really hot for a little bit, and then all the extra radiated electrical energy, because we get more than just thermal energy from the sun. We get kinetic, thermal, and electromagnetic energy from the sun, and its rays and stuff like that. Like, that's just simple radio theory and radio waves. So a super flare, I could see, like, if it's like big, where you can feel the heat from the sun increase maybe 2 to 5 degrees. That, if you feel a temperature increase from this distance to the sun, in my mind, that would mean that something just got a whole state, or like a whole set of states in the U.S., like 5 of them just got evaporated as far as like their technology. Because just a 10-degree shift would mean you're going to have everything electrical wiped out in about an hour. Everything. Absolutely everything. Anyway, that's why I was saying you need the sun strength for an EMP that strong. But hey, if y'all think and say that we have EMPs with that level of strength that can produce countrywide...
Because it's a side effect.
Say again?
It's a side effect of the nukes, that's why. It's not just like you're shooting an EMP weapon itself. The EMP weapon by itself is nothing.
Yeah.
But as a side effect of a nuclear weapon, like the U.S. in 1962 was detonating a 1.4 megaton warhead at 400 kilometers above the Pacific Ocean.
Is that the SAR Bomba?
Starfish Prime is what they called it.
Okay, SAR Bomba I think is the largest one ever tested and documented.
And it was like 900 miles away from the U.S. and the EMP still knocked out Hawaii.
Really? 900 miles away and the EMP still knocked out the light?
Knocked out Hawaii, yeah.
Oh, wow. And you said how many gigatons it was? Or kilotons?
That was 1.4 in 1962.
Holy smokes. Okay, wow. That actually... I didn't know that tidbit of information. So, yeah, if we had nuclear weapons back then that could produce EMPs that did that, we definitely... I guess I should have probably looked at that and saw... I don't know why I didn't think nuclear weapons did like a large amount of electromagnetic damage. I kind of figured it was just radioactive damage and chemical.
It's the thing we always talk about.
Yeah, because it kills you the
like,
fastest, I guess, maybe. It's not the
that's
long
the thing people are
6-month
worried
killer.
about the most.
Like,
Because you can come back from EMPs, you know?
Yeah.
But you can't really come back from nuclear fallout.
Exactly. No, you're right. Maybe that is why I didn't think. Because that's a good point. When I get off stream, I have a lot of stuff I'm going to be asking ChatGPT for at least 10 minutes. Like, like I got to get learned up so I at least know a little bit more about, like, the level of electromagnetic power that could come from a modern day nuke, just one of them. Like, how much area, 25 mile area would get knocked out from a modern nuke dropped on, say, a New York or a LA or a Cleveland. Is the whole city now fried electromagnetically? Like, those are the types of questions I need to ask from just one nuke. Because if one nuke modern day can do that, and we would definitely have weapons stand alone from a nuclear warhead that could do that, and then some, which would be scary. I might not be able to sleep
300
tonight
miles
because
above
of it.
Kansas, it would knock out all the electronics.
Say again, what?
If you blew up a nuke like 300 miles above the United States, It would knock everything out.
Above the U.S., it would knock everything out in the U.S.?
Yeah.
For how long?
I'm not sure. High altitude electronic, yeah. The hemp? That's... Like, who has hemp shelters? The military? Who else has hemp shelters? I don't know.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah, it says, if detonated at 250 miles above the U.S., it produces a pulse with a radius of roughly 2,200 kilometers, which is like
2,200 kilometers, you said? That's 1,000, roughly 1,000 miles. I'd say 950 miles, I think.
Yeah, in every direction, yeah.
Wow. Wow. I've learned a lot today. If the sun flare were to hit Earth, it would only take 17 to 18 hours to reach Earth. Yeah, I knew there was a delay. The light gets here in 8 minutes from the sun. I thought it was 8 hours, but I believe it was 17 to 18 for other energy from the sun to get here. Likely bringing down satellites. That's a good point. Satellites would be down. Well, the satellites are mostly in orbit also. So they're assisted in orbit. So we wouldn't have to worry about that for probably a couple of years. But guaranteed to take out the grid and comms could take up to 10 years to recover. 10 years.
I think he was just saying that we lose the satellites, not that they would come down to the ground. We just lose access to them.
And likely bringing down as in bringing down the functionality, not them bringing down physically.
Yeah, not to them back down to the Earth.
Oh,
no.
Okay. Well, I'm tripping. I didn't know. I had to clarify because I know they wouldn't fall to the Earth, and I was just clarifying for him just in case. But that makes way more sense. He's much smarter than me. Oh. Both of you clearly are on the subject. Because I have some late night praying to do about this to begin with. Dang, I felt like a smarty pants earlier, let me tell you.
We talked about this before. I remember talking about this with you before.
Yeah. I don't know if obviously I was talking with you, so I would have no reason to get upset talking to you about it, even at length. Even if I knew I was wrong, I would still hold firm to my belief and just be like, alright, well, I'm going to just be ignorant on this topic. But I think we only talked about it briefly. But it's something that for the past, 5 years, I've been very, irate about. No, that is not possible. I will fight you. I will fight ye. And now I realize for 5 years I've been wrong this whole time. Thanks, choosing to be ill-informed. Oh. I truly do feel so ignorant right now. And
Maybe like that.
Like a jerk. I was tempted to call this man out of his name. I'm glad I didn't though. I'm glad I think I kept it mostly Christian. A little intimidating, but mostly Christian. I hope I didn't feel threatening to this fellow. Because I would feel really bad if I felt like I threatened this dude and he was right the whole time. Oh my god. I hope I never run into him again.
He gonna come back with facts.
Brother, he's gonna watch the stream and he's gonna send me hate mail for a year. He's gonna be like, I knew you looked familiar. I used to love your content. Now that I know you're an idiot, you're a phony.
At least your hair was done.
Hey.
You look less intimidating with your hair done.
At least I look less homeless. You're right. 100% right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Definitely can't wait to shower and pray about that. That's so funny to me now. Because again, that was probably the only thing in maybe a month or 2 months that's pissed me off. The only blemish on this year so far, honestly. is that one. I've been thinking about it until today. I don't remember how long ago it was, but I feel like it was today. How much I've been thinking about it. But I'm glad I could get that off my chest and be wrong.
Decepticon says that we are Decepticon. I didn't realize that was his name.
The Don.
That's funny. He says that the last close call was in 2012, and we've been keeping a track on it since then. But not a lot the last decade because of budget cuts.
Is there a Don? Is there a tracker where you can see solar flares, like how often they're flaring up, if there's certain specific spots on the sun that flare more than others? Something that shows the likelihood and percentage of one hitting.
I believe it.
Above 10%. Say again.
Because there's people are so smart. I believe they're doing that.
See, now that I know that about super flares, it's something I'm gonna probably check once a week. I think it'd be cool to track and to be like, oh hey, there was a huge solar flare today. Not like newsworthy, but you know, pretty big if you're into that kind of a thing. I think the pictures would be really beautiful of the solar flare as well. I imagine it's a major spike in energy, thermal energy, chemically, and then gaseously, and then boom. I would imagine that's what it is. I don't know for sure though. We're doing pretty good on this run. It's taking us forever, but we're doing good.
I just assume, like, when I think about solar flare, I just assume that teens up there just like, solar flare!
Him and Krillin.
Just up in the sky.
Solar flare! Solar flare! They're just popping them off back to back.
That is what I think about.
The sun, honestly, is like, it's the opposite of the command, or of the spirit bomb. It's a red spirit bomb, which I bet would look so sick. Paired with Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. Ooh, with a red spirit bomb. Oh my god. Don't. They better not give me a red spirit bomb. Dark red. Not bright red. Dark red. Ooh. Oh my god, my toe hurts so bad. That's literally all I'm thinking about in the back of my mind. This entire conversation even. I've been like, man, I got 30 more minutes before I jump off screen. I turn off my computer. I take some ibuprofen. And I don't think about walking for 2 days. My foot hurts. Ladies and gentlemen.
Amputate.
Let's hope not, but that might be the way. I'm sure there are some sites, but honestly, unless you know how to read the behavior of the sun, you have studies to reference. Wouldn't trust internet professionals respectfully. Honestly, it'd be something I'd be willing to learn about and learn, like, to look at on my own, examine, oh, this is new versus this is old from 10 years ago. This is a big spike versus this is a small spike. This is a projected level of activity in this site, projected activity thermally, magnetically. I already have an interest in that kind of stuff, so I get the basic gist. I wouldn't need a lot of spinning up. I would just, maybe on the instruments used to measure the energy, because there's so much energy there, different types, like I said, like 4 different types.
My man Adon is on it. He said, don't be out there on the internet looking up random facts.
Yes. Yes.
It's a trap.
Because it is. He's right. I feel it. I feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel the vibration. Ooh. Feel it. Feel it. Feel the vibration. Weaker ether. We're at 3,500, baby. We don't need weaker. We got this. Alright, tonight's run, ladies and gentlemen, in case we go longer than the next 30 minutes. We're already at an hour on this run. We still have to fight Prophet, and, like, now, I think. Anyway, we'll do another run if that goes 30, if we die here. But if we beat this, then we go we're going to still be in the running for being America's Next Top Model. I mean, we do an extra 30 minutes into this run if we don't die. That's what I'm trying to say. After we beat Tropic. And then we just pause it. Here we come, big dog. Here we go. Alright, focus up, boys and girls. Let me get some water. Gotta use the shield.
And the super.
So yeah, the shield's gonna get us more super, more awesome. So shield first, power weapon second. Good call though. That sounds so good. Everything about this game is sick. No hit. Profit who? Okay, he hit. Almost ready. Special. Oh, we got hit. Dang it. Again? We didn't get to the third phase yet. Taking too much damage. Nice. Oh my god. Stop. Oh, no, not like this. Please, Lord.
Shield!
No! Okay, we're back up. We can do this for sure. I got to the third phase.
What side?
Say again?
He gave you a place to go look.
Oh, nice. My man. I'm glad this is a place we can share nerdy hobbies. Like UHF and UHF radio systems. And solar flares.
It's not showing up in the chat. It must be on your Twitch or something.
I'll check it here in a second. Sheesh. Oh. Oh. Oh, this might be it. This is the end.
Isn't that health right there on to the right? Yeah.
Nope, we got it. We already got it. Clutch. When I tell you that was clutch, boy, that was clutch. Oh, come on. I'll be happy ending the stream on 2 runs if we beat Prophet right there. We've only beat him once before, so that's why I gotta focus on the way. Gotta show him that this is easy, bro. Oh, this is the part. Oh yeah, we're in there. Oh, I got cocky. No way! Let's start another one, but we lost. We lost it just at the end. It's fine. We'll do no more than 30 more minutes. But dang it, fourth phase is tough, boy. There's something about it when it narrows the walls. So you can't go left and right a whole lot. You have to go forward and back, left and right. It's tough. If you want a dependable source with quick access, the everyday person can always access the NOAA. For space weather updates is good. Okay, perfect.
Oh, Noah. Okay.
Yeah. I've heard that before. I think for Tunnel Radio we used to use that for something.
It's like in Alaska.
Oh, okay. I had it right. I had it right, Don. Alright, so our build that time was 40 power, 50 roughly, drive and integrity. So health and leucinite increasing. Power was 40. If I can get my health to 50, or no, my health to 75 or 80, and leave the other ones at like 20, then I'm good. So next time we're picking everything green. This upcoming one, for 15-20 minutes we stream it, we're picking everything green for integrity. Increase our health and our armor and stuff, so we won't die next time we get to Prophet. Hour and 6 minutes. So it took us an hour and 6 minutes to get to Prophet. That's not bad. Not bad. 1900 leucinite, no halicons. Efficiency 20 reached. That's good. Carcosan modifiers, none of them. Full stats. Gotta see the full breakdown. Shield and parry. Power generated 3. Doesn't seem very good. Consumed a lot of power though. Corruption cleanse, a lot. 300. 2 big stats. Anything I'm missing? Locked doors. Acolyte. Unused acolyte's wages. That's new to me. I don't know what that is. Alright. Let's go upgrade some stuff, and then let's start another one real quick.
Why does this keep happening?
Likely cause user error.
Good screen,
The
good
game just
screen.
told you were slow. It said user error.
User error.
Error.
Ooh, Stack. It was that transcript was him talking about why he goes by the nickname Stack and never uses his first name. Something to do with. This is probably a body in here, by the way. Tarn. Oh, it is. Gross. But Stack was saying because of like familial family reasons in the past, he chooses to not go by Stack anymore. It's easier for him to just stay focused on the day that way and not worry about the past and what's coming in the future. So that's a cool little piece of tidbit of information. Why his name is Stack. I've always wondered, like, how is his first name Stack? How is that possible?
Because daddy's better stack.
Hey, we got some dinosaurs over here. That's tough. Yeah. Maybe we don't start another run. Maybe we buy some stuff and then we end out the stream with a good prayer, good wholesome 2 to 3 minute prayer. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. And then we come back tomorrow. We're at 10 hours of the game. Maybe we talk a little bit about the game. Use the last 10 minutes to talk a little bit and then get up out of here. Especially now that I feel like a jerk still. Yeah, I'd like to get in the shower and cry about this for just a little bit. That I feel bad that I thought literally in my head, all I was thinking about the last half of that conversation was, man, I cannot wait to hopefully punch this dude in the face a couple times. That's all I was thinking, and then prove to him someday later that I was right. And boy, is this a humble pie that I did not think I was going to be eating today. Sheesh.
It'd be like that.
I thought I was above it, I guess. I do still. I learned today at church during the growth track thing. I was like, yeah, I still think I'm right in most situations, which is not good. Like, I'm trying to approach situations and be fully expecting to be wrong, which I don't like at all. Like, why would I go into a situation knowing that I'm wrong? Why not go get prepared for the situation and then come back and be right? Like, why be wrong when you can be right either way? Like, with a little bit of prep time or not. Like, let me just be right.
I think a good way to go about doing it is be confident in what you know, but also be willing to or understand that there's information you don't know. So that, like, just always be willing to listen.
I know you're coping the best you can, Stack.
And just always
Please.
know that
No
you
more
don't know
painting
everything.
Until the
Yeah.
checklists
But
are
always be
complete.
confident in what you do know. You know,
Okay.
like this is the information I do know, but I'm willing to accept new information if it makes me more correct.
Okay.
You know, like if I think I can then become more correct.
I like that. I think the problem for me is that a lot of times, outside of having any type of conversation with you and Drew and like my dad, I think I stray away from conversations unless it's something I think I know a lot about, like with this EMP situation. Would have considered myself until today or whenever the other day when this happened. I would have considered myself an experienced enthusiast on EMPs and nukes, which one's stronger and which one's more lethal and non-lethal, and I would have thought I was smart on the subject. So I need to understand fully in the confidence on certain subjects before I speak. Like, I need to be willing to understand and accept that, like you're saying, someone is more knowledgeable on the subject than me. So I have to be open firstly in order. I don't know. It feels like a conundrum to me because, again, I'm used to being right in most situations, except with you. But with, like, the average person, I've never, like, verifiably been, or not never, I rarely am verifiably wrong in situations where I'm talking to someone at length. So it's a difficult thing for me to be like, this guy in the moment deserved to get beat up, and then now I'm going, oh, maybe I deserve to get beat up because I was wrong and being a jerk. Like, yeah.
But you gotta know, when's the last time you were like around that information?
Yeah, that's true.
I know
It has been a
primary's
while.
telling you
It has been
otherwise.
a while.
But think twice before you grab
Minimum
hold of everything out
6 to
there.
7 years.
I'll
minimum.
use what I
So
know.
that is
Like
true.
when you were studying like the flares and stuff, everything has to do with HF and
Yeah.
and RF in general. Like the information is just different now.
Yeah.
The technology is always accelerating.
That's true. That's true.
And that doomsday prepper might just be thinking about it every day. So
I mean, I thought about it like once a month, like doomsday prepping, and I was definitely not, in my mind, I was definitely not legitimately thinking I need to prep a Faraday cage ever. At least not something big enough, bigger than a cell phone. But with this new knowledge, I'm thinking doomsday preppers who will Faraday cage an entire garage building or an entire home. Not a stupid idea. Now with this information, that's actually probably the smart thing to do.
what I saw recently on YouTube was one of those like shipping containers
Yep.
built into some dude's backyard and in the ground.
Really?
And that's how he built his little shelter.
How much did he pay? Did it say in the video?
Oh, it didn't show.
If
It's
you
just showing him like going through it.
if you can remember to find the video, if you can drop it to me in the Discord, I'd love to watch that because that would be new to me. Like a Connex?
Yeah, basically a Connex. He dig up the ground, put it on there. Had the one door, and then built everything around that.
That would be so comfortable. Honestly.
It was pretty nice, honestly. The final thing.
How deep underground? Like 8 to 10 feet?
Probably just a good amount to. So it's how tall is a Connex?
Connexes are roughly, I would say,
8?
7.5 to 8 feet tall.
Because I think they're taller. They're taller than me. So
100% taller than you. That's what you sleep in when you were in UAE, or when we were in UAE, we were sleeping in Connexes.
Yeah, so like 8.
I could stick my
feet
hand up
probably.
and put my palm on the ceiling. That's how tall
So
it was.
probably closer to 10 then.
Yeah. Well, my arms
no,
aren't
not
that long,
10.
so I would say maybe
Not
8
10,
and a
'cause
half. 8
Yeah.
to 8.5.
And so it was probably 10 feet deep then, so
Yeah.
that you can cover it with the ground again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even 12 feet.
Wow.
People are doing the most amazing things.
I mean, I'm impressed. I think that sounds awesome. I can't wait to watch that video.
Definitely have to figure out where it's at.
Yeah, when you find it, let me know. Oh, I need to add more resilient stats. Okay. That makes sense. I bet the skill tree gets nutty. It's already a lot of crap. Oh my word. Yeah, this skill tree's getting stupid fat. Guaranteed. I gotta get to this next boss and beat him up. And then we're good. Alright, let's do our end of stream prayer and then we'll get up out of here. And then I am gonna take a shower and go to bed. My foot hurts. Apologize that I mentioned it. Okay, we're at 7.5 hours of played time. I think longer than that, but I did do a lot of talking recently, so maybe that's why. Anyway, good day, old boys. Old Bean, old boy. We're going back to the Ghost of Yote Fit starting tomorrow when we play. Maybe the Hands of Shore by Friday, but we'll see. We got some good upgrades. We had 2 good runs, an hour each run. Let me see. He said, just become a... Sorry that took me so long to read that and notice you sent that, Don. Just become a scientist. You're never wrong. You're just not full accurate. I mean, honestly, that would be the job for me, because I'm not gonna say I hate being wrong, but I definitely don't enjoy it. Like, I would rather be disappointed than be wrong. Like, ugh, being wrong makes my skin crawl. It makes me feel like I really, really, really did something really, really, really wrong. Like, why was I not more prepared? Why was I wrong?
It's not even that. Like, I hate being wrong, but I love being right.
Yes, that's it. Being right feels good. Not that I feel smarter or better than anyone. I just personally feel good about myself when I'm right. It could be like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't jump off this cliff into this water today because the water's really, 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 really choppy, as opposed to usually when it's not. Like when we were on Guam, there was a jump that we liked. Sometimes it was choppy, sometimes it wasn't. So let's say this 80-foot jump into the ocean on a choppy day, even the best swimmers could die. So say on one day I'm like, you know what? It's a bad, terrible idea to jump into this spot because I'm a good swimmer and X, Y, and Z. Here are the facts. Da 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 da. And then someone else goes out there later that day. They jump. They're a good swimmer. They think the same thing. Boom, they die. That's it. I was right. Don't jump in. He jumped in. Now he's dead. That's a good thing to be right about. I mean, not that the other person died, but if they'd have asked me before they got there, hey, is it smart? I would have said no. That's why I'm going home. You should come with me. And they'll say, no, I'm smarter than you. I'm gonna go jump. All right, I'll see you on 19 Action News, buddy. Peace.
KUAM News.
Exactly. On Dededo Beach, we found a local. Boom, that's all you're going to see. That's the headline. In Dededo. Or Talafofo Falls.
Oh, you know it was not local. It was definitely someone TDY.
Yeah, it was definitely
thinking they know better.
A foreigner, for sure, 100%. The locals know, okay, we know best. The water especially.
It was always somebody TDY out there. Talking about, I know how to swim.
A Navy dude.
All them doofuses.
I'm in the Navy, so I know how to swim. I can go in the water when it's got a rip tide, and yeah. All right, friends, we're gonna go to Shark's Pond where no one could possibly die. We'll go there. Good times. Well, guys, I'm glad we didn't start another run because then I would be streaming for 4 hours. 100%. It was a good stream, everyone. Let's get our prayer in, and then we'll jump up off a stream. And yeah, that'll be that for the night. Like I said, I'm turning my computer off right after this, and I'm going to bed. Gotta be careful with that mindset. That's how people get in echo chambers and surround themselves with people less educated, so they come off as the smartest man alive. No, you're right. I like not being the smartest person. I would rather be the most right person. And I don't care what I'm right about. It can be the dumbest stuff. I want to be, anytime if I say 2 things a month at group meetings and everyone else says 100, I want those 2 things I'm right about and that I speak on, me to be right about. That's all I care about. I just want to be the most right all the time. 2 + 2 is 4. That might be all I say at a function. Just so I can be right that day. I know 2 + 2 is 4. No one can dispute that. So
unless you're Terrence Howard.
Yeah, well, yeah, unless you're him and you can read between the lines in the spherical geometries that come with tetrahedral systems. From what he's talking about, that's the most I've gathered from his talk. And I know math. I finished calculus 2 in high school. I love math. It's the only class I got A in. So what he's saying loosely makes sense, but also it don't make no insert cuss word that starts with a D here sense. It don't make no sense, like logically. But the words he's saying make sense in a sentence. Maybe not that sentence. Thin line between the two, to be fair. Yep. Oh, enough about Terrence Howard and his crazy numbers. God bless you guys. Let's get a quick prayer in. I'm actually getting sleepy, which is good. I'm going to journal a little bit before I go to bed. Anyway, thank you, Lord God. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you for giving us your Holy Spirit so we can talk to you and commune with you at any point throughout our day, whether it's in church, preparing for a baptism, whether it's during lunchtime, preparing to eat some warm, delicious pizza and some chicken wings, which I got in the oven and microwave waiting for me right now after this. Lord, thank you so much for that. Or whether it's communing with your Holy Spirit while we're in traffic, or during playing video games and having a good catch-up and fun session, talking to friends, old and new. I pray that you continue to touch us through the remainder of our day and our night. Guide us and lead us. Bless our friends, our family members. I pray that you use us and you use other believers to lead them to your Son, Jesus Christ, because he is the way, the truth, and the life. And I just pray that we can all have true salvation in Jesus and have eternal life and all kick it and have fun and be blessed for all of eternity and be highly favored to the fullest extent that God wants to favor us and to bless us and to give us his grace, his mercy, his love, his forgiveness, his compassion. So I pray all these things for our night, our Mondays, the rest of our Sundays. And I just thank you for this time spent. And I pray all these things in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In your name, Jesus, we pray. Amen. All right. That's our prayer. Let's go ahead and move this here to the just chatting screen. We'll do a quick update on what we got going. We got 3 minutes before we end stream. We'll be at 3 hours. So we got a SAROS stream on the 4th of May, 2026 coming. I don't know what time, but it'll be before 1900, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard for you guys. So we'll be playing more of this. Hopefully 4 hours, ideally 3. That seems to be comfortable for me. So expect 7 p.m. for you guys. 3 hours more of SAROS tomorrow. Maybe we finally have a thumbnail. A week from then, I got, like I said, week to 2 weeks from now, we have 40 hours total worth of content, edited and everything. Total 40 hours worth of content I'm bringing for you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. That'll be a secret surprise on what it is, but that will be for you guys. It's a vlog, a video log, to say the least, and it features this unemployed, five-year unemployed guy. this guy, a feature. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a vlog and it's long form, like 2 to 4 hours plus. May the 4th be with you. My mom's birthday is on the 4th, so I'm gonna text her happy birthday in 20 minutes. Yeah, her birthday May 4th, and she's Mexican, the day before Cinco de Mayo. Who could ask for an easier birthday for your Mexican mother? Huh?
May the 4th.
Yeah, may the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. Yep.
I need to be on leave.
Oh, that was the other thing. So we'll get the stream ended. Again, we're streaming tomorrow, every day this week. Get the stream thumbnail. Hopefully have some more cool, blessed, amazing things to talk about. I would love to share some things that you guys have going on in your lives, and maybe some things that I can pray about, praying for you for. I always like to pray about stuff before I pray for other people, just because prayer is a powerful thing. I don't want to pray for the wrong things or the wrong reasons. I want to make sure it's for the right reasons, to help people and to love on people and to wish good things into other people's lives, which you would think that's always a thing, but if you have millions of dollars, you probably don't need more money. Just saying. Or more things physically, maybe more emotionally. Anyway, pray for me, I'll pray for you. You guys have a great rest of your night. I will catch you in the next one, guys. Until next time, we are out of here. Bah! Appreciate y'all, and God bless.